babies. They're like, what is happening? I don't like it.
Yeah. And I grabbed her, and I'm like, you have to get a bath right now in the sink. I'm sorry. And I just rinsed her off because she's covered
you're
in
a
like
monster.
Yeah. So, I'm not gonna let her lick paint chips off her paws and and mildew sludge.
No, that's good. I'm glad you did that. That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very tired, but I will make it through this. I just finished watching it. It was wonderful.
Yeah. I think we should start, and then Abby is on her way, and so is Penny. And I think those are the only two people that were missing at this point.
Do it.
Well, you sent her a little message about Philip and how she should just go ahead and read the lines because it's all whoopity whoopity around when does that even make sense? What I said before? You'll know when you see it. Just tell her that she's not gonna be translated. That just pretend like she speaks English and Viago.
Oh yeah.
Do you get
bother with
that?
the German
I know what you're talking about now.
Otherwise, it's just.
I mean, like I have a line like that. I have a line like that as Hitler.
Oh, yeah, but
I was just gonna read the English.
Yeah. But that whole scene with Philip just gets this like, come on, yeah. So yeah, and then there's a little bit at the end with the beast, and like that's fine. But anyway, the other thing I was gonna say is that all the stage directions are pretty much like camera movements for this. So I may edit some stuff out, but if I do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and say, and I'll be like, and then Vladislav says, and it's not because I'm nagging you. You didn't miss your cue.
No, you're awesome.
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
I want stage managers to do that all the time now.
No,
I'm kidding.
I can't do all of them.
No, but you're so good at it.
Yeah, that's great.
We trust,
that's so great.
We trust you. Any of us who've done this with you before trust you. You're awesome.
Hooray, Laura.
Okay, but as long as you don't take my tone as like, hello, like, you know.
I will
Excuse me, it's your turn to talk now.
Yeah. I don't mean like that at all. I'll try to be like conversational about it.
Okay, so if Abby doesn't end up showing up for a while, who would like to take Abby's part? Anyone?
I can do some.
Okay.
I can do some if you need, but I don't want to take it away. If
Same here. I'm happy to do stuff, but
I only want to take things if it's helpful, not if it's detrimental.
I really like Peter's lines. That was amazing. I was like, what are his lines like? And I'm like,
Nina,
perfect.
Nina, you can be the police woman.
Okay.
She's awesome.
Sadie,
She has her own spinoff.
be Viago's victim,
Mm-hmm.
and Greg be the dry cleaner.
The dry cleaner?
Page
Okay.
42.
Gotcha.
What about Philip?
And you're gonna be Philip as well.
Okay.
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 But theoretically, Abby is showing up just in case.
Okay.
All right, so let's do it.
All right. What We Do in the Shadows. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Written by Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi. All righty. Opening titles. Animated logo, Unison. Animated logo, the New Zealand Documentary Board. Fade to black. Come in with the title. Every few years, a secret society in New Zealand gathers for a special event, the Unholy Masquerade. Black. Fade in title. In the months leading up to the ball, a documentary crew was granted full access to a small group of this society. Fade to black. Close up of a digital display on a clock, 5:59. It flicks to 6 o'clock. Interior Viago's bedroom, entrance hall, night. Viago wakes up. Wide shot Viago's coffin in bedroom. Clock on table. Coffin opens and Viago's hand reaches out and turns off clock. Black. Fade in title. Every crew member wore a crucifix and was granted protection by the subjects of this film. Black. Wide shot Viago in coffin. Pan and tilt up as he rises up out of the coffin to a medium shot. Zoom in to a medium close-up. Fade in title. Viago. Fade in title. 379 years old. Medium wide shot Viago turning on lamp. Medium shot Viago track back as he walks to curtain.
So it's PM in the nighttime, which is when I wake up. This is always a really scary part for me.
Medium shot Viago. He peers through the curtain. He peers through and he turns to the camera.
Yes, nighttime.
Medium close-up of Viago. Pan and track in as to a wide shot as Viago walks through the doorway into the entrance hall. Tilt up as he climbs the stairs.
So now I'm going to wake up my flatmates. I really love living in a flatting situation. Wake up, everyone. I like to hang out with other vampires. I like the company. Awaken, awakey, wakey.
Exterior interior Deacon's closet. Viago wakens Deacon. With his back to the camera knocking on the door, he opens to reveal Deacon hanging upside down.
I just really like having a good time with my friends. Deacon, hi. Hey, Deacon. How was your night last night?
Medium close-up of Deacon hanging upside down. Viago in the left edge of the frame. Zoom out to over-shoulder Deacon upside down. Viago in left foreground.
I transformed into a dog and had sex.
Cool. We're gonna have a little flat meeting in the kitchen in about 15 minutes, okay?
Deacon is upside down. Viago's in the left foreground. Zoom into a medium close-up of Deacon hanging upside down.
Okay.
Okay, shall I close this?
Yes.
Interior exterior of Vladislav's bedroom. Night. Viago wake Vladislav. Medium close-up on Viago. Pan as he walks to the door. He opens it to reveal Vladislav on the bed with two women. Viago quickly closes the door and turns to close-up. Vladislav opens the door to over the shoulder of Vladislav. Viago in left foreground.
Vladislav!
The women moan and hiss, etc.
Oh. Sorry.
But
Hey.
what time is it?
Over the shoulder of Vladislav, Viago in the left foreground. At door, Vladislav closes the door. Pan as Viago walks away from camera. He turns to the camera, then starts to exit right of frame.
We're going to have a flat meeting in about 10 minutes.
20.
Okay, is there,
Interior Peter's bedroom. Night. Viago wakes Peter. High angle as Viago puts a chicken in a sack and opens the hatch door, descending the stairs to Peter's bedroom.
in Peter's room. I'm just going to wake him up.
Medium close-up of Viago. Viago, with his back to the camera, opens Peter's coffin to reveal Peter asleep standing up.
Ugh.
Peter is asleep, and Viago is in the left foreground.
Peter.
Over the shoulder of Peter, asleep standing up. Viago in left foreground. Peter wakes. Track back.
Peter, wake up! Hey, listen, we're just having a flat meeting upstairs in about 10 minutes. You don't have to come, but I thought I'd extend an invitation to you just in case. There's a lot of stuff on the floor down here, Peter. And like this, it seems, I don't know, it's a spinal column. Yuck.
Viago and Peter. Viago's looking at the floor, then tilt down to a close-up of a skeleton on the floor.
And I was thinking maybe I should just bring a broom down here for you if you wanted to sweep up some of the skeletons. I don't know, maybe. Oh, okay.
Viago picks up the sack, tilts up.
Okay, I got you this chicken.
Viago heads out of frame, passing the sack into Peter, into the coffin. Pan and tilt into a medium shot of Viago closing the coffin. Interior of the kitchen that night is a flat meeting. A medium wide shot of Vladislav and Deacon sitting at the table. Viago enters right of frame and sits.
Is Peter coming? Should we wait?
Zoom into a medium two shot of Vladislav and Deacon sitting at the table. Pan to a medium two shot of Deacon and Viago.
Peter is 8,000 years old. We're not going to have Peter at the meeting. Okay, so I wanted to have a quick chat about flat responsibilities because, guys, I think that we're not all pulling our weight here. We're not just pointing the finger at you, Deacon. You are a cool guy, but you're not pulling your weight in the flat.
Cut close up to papers in Viago's hands. Medium close up of Vladislav. Medium close up of Deacon. Zoom out to a medium two shot of Deacon and Viago seated at the table. Everybody's sitting at the table. They're all really sitting at the table. And then Deacon says,
Oh, I'm glad to hear I'm cool.
No, that's not the point, though. You missed it.
Yeah.
No, I know.
It's not a flat meeting about how cool you are. It's
I do my flat chores.
and Vladislav says,
No, you don't.
No, you don't. This is why we're having this flat meeting.
And Deacon says,
Sorry, it like froze again. It keeps freezing, of course, when I actually have lines. Yes, I do.
and then Vladislav says,
The point is, Deacon, that you have not done the dishes in 5 years.
and then Viago says,
Vladislav is right. It's unacceptable to have so many bloody dishes all over this bench like that.
close up of bloody dishes on the bench pan.
I'm so embarrassed when people come over here.
Medium wide shot, Vladislav, Deacon, and Viago seated at the table. And Deacon says,
What does it matter? You bring them over, you kill them.
He's right.
Yeah?
Vampires don't do dishes.
Deacon is like the rebellious young vampire. He's always doing crazy things, saying crazy things. He's just like the young bad boy of the group.
exterior Wellington City, night. Deacon being rebellious. Wide shot of Deacon jumping over bollards. Viago and Vladislav watch. Others in the background.
Ha 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 ha.
People on the street generally chatter with laughter. Wide shot of Deacon rubbing himself against a photograph of a woman in a shop window. Vladislav and Viago walk away from the camera toward Deacon. Others in the background pan to Deacon kissing a photograph of a woman in a shop window. Vladislav and Viago in the foreground. Deacon turns to a close-up. Vladislav and Viago in the background. We cut to Deacon's interview. There's a fade-in title that says, Deacon, 183 years old.
Okay, so one day I was selling my wares, and I walked past this old creepy castle, and I look at it and think,
Close-up of a black and white photograph of Deacon carrying boxes on his back. Zoom out to a close-up of a black and white painting of a castle. Zoom in. Medium shot of Deacon.
very old and creepy. And then this creature flies at me. It dragged me back to this dark dungeon and bit into my neck.
Close-up of a painting of castle. Close-up of a black and white drawing of bats. Close-up of a black and white drawing of a man and a vampire. Close-up of a black and white drawing of a man manacled in a dungeon. Close-up of a black and white drawing of a man. Zoom out.
And just at the point of death, this creature forced me to suck its foul blood. And then it opened its wings like this and hovered above me, screeching, "Ah! Now you are a vampire."
Close-up of a man sucking blood. Zoom in to a medium close-up of Deacon.
And it was Peter.
Medium wide shot of Deacon and Peter
And
seated.
we're still friends today.
Well, Vlad, you were great. You put out the recycling, which was really cool.
Interior kitchen night, flat meeting continued. Medium close-up of Viago. Pan to a medium two-shot of Vladislav and Deacon.
And the other day, I dragged a man's body down the hallway and noticed that there was no dust. Like I kind of spread the hallway.
Vladislav is just like this older vampire who grew up in the medieval times, and you know, to be living this long and to have seen the things that he's seen and still like kind of have it together.
Interior hallway night. Vladislav hits Viago with an arrow. Wide shot of Vladislav with a bow and arrow. Zoom in and pan around to a long shot of Viago holding a dart sword. Vladislav with his back to the camera in the foreground. Vladislav fires the arrow. It hits Viago. Zoom in as Viago falls.
Ah!
Viago is on the floor with an arrow in his leg.
I mean, heads off to him. Bloody hell!
Sorry.
He's a really great guy. A bit of a pervert. He has some pretty old ideas about things.
A long shot on Viago on the floor with an arrow in his leg. Sorry about my dogs. Pan around to a medium close-up of Vladislav. Close-up of Vladislav, he aims the arrow. Interior kitchen night. The flat meeting is continued. Pan to Deacon and Viago.
We need to do the...
But we should get some slaves.
Yes, let's get some slaves.
When I first became a vampire, I was quite tyrannical. I was known for torturing a lot of people.
This is Vladislav's interview. Here's a fade-in title that says Vladislav, and a title that says 862 years old. Pan to a close-up of a painting of Vladislav, a wide shot of Vladislav in his torture chamber.
This is my torture chamber. I don't come in here often anymore. I attended to torture when I was in a bad place.
Close-up to hooks in the torture chamber, close-up to a chair in the torture chamber, medium close-up of Vladislav in the torture chamber.
My thing was I would poke someone with implements.
Close-up of black and white drawing of vampires, women and children, pan and tilt dissolve. Close-up of a painting of a vampire on a horse, zoom in.
I was known as Vladislav the Poker.
Back in the kitchen at the flat meeting continued. Viago is looking at a cardboard chore chart.
It's been like this the whole time, okay? So let's start with the vacuuming and dusting, and you did that.
Iago is a little pedantic.
Viago still at the chore chart.
The washing and the rubbish, I did that. Deacon on dishes, and it still hasn't moved in 5 years.
Cut to Vladislav's interview with a medium shot of Vladislav.
He was an 18th century dandy, so he can be very fussy.
Close-up of a painting of Viago as a dandy. Deacon's interview with a medium shot of Deacon.
Nags and nags.
Went in the lounge the other day, and there was blood all over my nice antique couch.
Interior kitchen, the flat meeting continues. A profile of a close-up of Viago, Deacon's out of frame in the background. Medium-wide shot, Vladislav, Deacon, and Viago seated at the table.
Which one? The red one?
Well, it's red now, yeah.
And Viago says,
If you're going to eat a victim on my nice clean couch, put down some newspapers on the floor and some towels. It's not hard to do.
and Vladislav says,
We are vampires. We don't put down towels.
and Viago says,
Some vampires do.
Well, not serious ones.
and Vladislav says,
When you get 4 vampires in a flat, obviously there's going to be a lot of tension.
back to Vladislav's interview of the medium close-up of Vladislav.
There's tension in any flatting situation.
It's settled then. We all do our jobs, starting with a certain deacon on...
Back at the flat meeting,
I will do my dishes.
Good, then do them.
Deacon and Viago fly into midair. Vladislav in the bottom of the frame. Tilt down as Deacon and Viago land on the ground. Pan to a medium 2-shot as Deacon sits at the table. Viago exits to the right of the frame. Pan to a medium 2-shot of Vladislav and Deacon sitting at the table. Interior of the kitchen, night, Deacon doing the dishes. Close-up of Deacon, his head out of the frame doing the dishes. Medium close-up of Deacon.
Bullshit.
Medium wide shot on Deacon with his back to the camera doing the dishes. Opening title, montage sequence. Title, Unison Films presents close-up of a drawing of bats, close-up of a drawing of a bat, black and white 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 drawing of a bat. Defender Films production, a wide shot of Vladislav's legs in midair, vacuuming. A wide shot of Vladislav in midair, vacuuming. In association with Park Road Post Productions, a drawing of a tooth, the drawing of teeth, the drawing of teeth, the drawing of coffins, a drawing of a coffin, a drawing of a vampire, a drawing of a skeleton and men, a medium 2-shot of Viago brushing Peter's teeth. The title card says, and the New Zealand documentary board. Close-up of a black and white photo of Peter seated in front of an organ, a photograph of Deacon and Cossacks, a photograph of Viago and musicians, a photograph of Vladislav, a photograph of Peter, a black and white drawing of Viago, a painting of Deacon, a painting of Vladislav. The text says, figure 2, Vladislav the poker. And we go back to Vladislav's interview. Vladislav is holding a stick. We zoom out.
I became a vampire when I was 16, and that is why I always look 16.
Wide shot of Vladislav seated beside a coffin. We zoom in.
In those days, of course, life was tough for a 16-year-old.
Close-up of a painting of Vladislav. Close-up of a black and white drawing of Vladislav poking a man. Others in the background, zoom in, pan to a man being poked. Black and white drawings of Vladislav and Pauline. Black and white drawings of men with spears. Drawings of vampires and people. A painting of a battle on a ship. And then the Viago's interview. And an extreme painting of Viago.
Vampires have had a pretty bad rep.
Close-up of Viago's foot on a pottery wheel. Viago is seated at a pottery wheel.
They're not these mopey old creatures who live in castles and, well, some, but most of us are. A lot are. But there are also those of us who like to flat together in really small countries like New Zealand.
Close-up of Viago's hands making a pot on the pottery wheel. Wide shot of Viago seated on the pottery wheel. Close-up of a black and white drawing of Viago. The text says, Heiser Viago. Close-up of a photograph of Viago. Wide shot of Peter zooming in. Close-up of a painting of Peter biting a woman. Close-up of a Peter. Zoom out to reveal a Japanese man. Close-up of a painting of men on horseback with bows and arrows. Black and white drawing of villages. A black and white drawing of deacon dancing. A black and white deacon. A black and white deacon. A black and white deacon.
I was a Nazi vampire.
We're back to Deacon's interview. Deacon is seated. There's a close-up black and white photograph of Deacon and Nazi vampires.
And with my secret vampire army, we will conquer the world.
The wide shot is in black and white of Deacon hovering over a child in the bed. Doctors and Nazis and children in the background. A medium close-up of a Nazi vampire. We pan to a title that says, and with my secret vampire
What
army.
I said.
Translating what Hitler just said. Sorry. Long angle, medium close-up of Adolf Hitler. Sorry, we'll skip all that. And wide shot of Nazi parliament.
Cheer, etc.
Cheer,
Cheer,
etc.
etc.
After the war,
Evil,
which the
yay!
What? After the war, which the Nazis lost.
The medium wide.
I don't know if you know that the Nazis lost the war. If you were a Nazi after the war.
Sorry. Talking. Sorry, Deacon's on the ground. Oh, sorry. There's a shoulder with a crucifix in the foreground.
And if you were a vampire.
Deacon is seated.
And if you were a Nazi vampire. No way.
Close up on Deacon's passport. Text on the passport.
I was out there.
Close-up photograph of ship. Transition to close-up photograph of boat. Zoom out to a wide shot Custom House Quay. Text, Custom House Quay, Wellington, New Zealand. Close-up photograph of Peter on the ship. Zoom in, montage sequence. A wide shot house, zoom out. Close-up newspaper, zoom in. Text, young man disappears, Wellington, July 19th. Close-up newspaper article. Text, corpse. Close-up pan newspaper article. Close-up newspaper article. Text, unburied. Close-up invitation. Zoom in. Text, the Undead Society of Wellington invites you to attend the Unholy Masquerade from Friday evening, August 13th, 1897. Tilt down to a close-up of a photograph of dancers. Tilt up to the Unholy Masquerade invitation. Zoom in. The text says, December 31st, 1920. Close-up black and white photograph of Viago, Deacon, Vladislav, and Peter holding the numbers 1946. Close-up of a photograph of Peter, Deacon, and Viago, and photographs of Peter in costume. Black and white photograph of Vladislav and others dancing. Zoom in. Zoom out to a close-up black and white photograph of Vladislav, Deacon, and Viago under a happy 320th birthday banner. Zoom out to a close-up black and white photograph of Vladislav and Deacon beside the car. Close-up of a photograph of Vladislav, Peter, Deacon, and Viago holding the numbers 1967. Zoom out to a close-up of a photograph of Viago in midair and Deacon beside the pool table. Close-up of a photograph of a bat. Text, Deacon, 1978. Zoom out to a close-up of photograph of Deacon and Viago and Vladislav. Zoom to a close-up photograph of Viago using a soda stream. Deacon and Vladislav in the background. Transition to a photograph of Viago and Deacon with soda stream bottles. Transition to a photograph of Vladislav beside his portrait. Photograph of Peter and balloons. Photograph of Peter, Vladislav, and in the background, and a photograph of Peter. Photograph of Peter and Deacon playing chess. Photograph of Deacon wearing 2002 glasses. Photograph of Deacon and Viago zooming in. And fade into a close-up photograph of Vladislav, Deacon, Peter, and Viago. Fade to black graphic. What we do in the shadows. Whew. Viago interview. Viago is seated at a desk.
Yeah, I came to this country for love. There was a girl, a human girl, and I thought she was fantastic. She was absolutely amazing. I was smitten. And her family emigrated to New Zealand, and I thought, you know what? To hell with it. I'm going to go. I'm going to chase her and tell her how I feel. I told my servant, Philip, send me to New Zealand. And he put the wrong postage on my coffin, so the whole journey took about 18 months.
Close-up of a photograph of young Catherine. Medium close-up of Viago. Viago seated at a desk. A photograph of a ship. A map of the world. Pan and tilt and zoom in to New Zealand. Viago is seated at his desk.
And when I got here, she had found someone else. She had fallen in love, and she was married.
Wide shot of Viago seated at his desk. He puts cloth on the table. He puts on gloves. He opens the cloth. And we close up on Viago's hands, opening the handkerchief to reveal a silver locket.
She gave me this before she left.
Medium wide shot of Viago holding up the silver locket, and a close-up photographs of young Catherine and Viago in the locket.
And there she is, and that's me. I put myself in there too. She told me it was pure silver.
He looks at the locket.
Unfortunately, the vampires cannot wear silver.
Medium close-up of Viago wearing the silver locket. His chest starts to smoke.
Yeah.
Viago takes off the silver locket and blows on his chest.
So that's about as long as I can wear that.
Interior entrance hall night, playing music. Wide shot of Viago, Deacon, and Vladislav playing the music. Viago plays the trumpet. Deacon plays double bass. Close-up of a stuffed steer. Wide shot of Viago, Deacon, and Vladislav playing music. Again, I don't know why it says that. Interior entrance hall night, getting ready to go out. Medium shot of Vladislav, pan to a medium wide shot of Viago and Deacon, who is sketching. Zoom in as Deacon holds up the sketch.
Tonight we are going into Wellington Central. It is important that we look good.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. Like it? One of the unfortunate things about not having a reflection is that, you don't know exactly what you look like.
Viago's doing up his buttons.
Oh, look, a ghost cup floating all by itself.
Close up of the mirror and the cup starts floating in midair. Zoom out to a medium close up of Viago beside the mirror holding the cup. And medium two shot of Vladislav holding up the sketch and Viago.
We can give each other feedback and help each other out until we're looking great.
Close up on a pile of sketches. Close up on a sketch of Deacon. Medium wide shot of Vladislav wearing a bloody shirt and Deacon.
Yeah, some of our clothes are from victims.
Yeah.
We cut to Viago's interview and Viago is seated.
You might bite someone and then you think, oh, those are some nice pants.
Interior the entrance hall night, getting ready to go out continued. Viago's wearing camouflage pants. Deacon and Vladislav are in the foreground.
I should wear these.
No, change it.
When you're a vampire, you become very sexy.
Cut to Deacon's interview where Deacon is seated.
We are trying to attract victims to us.
Back in the entrance hall, getting ready to go out continued. Deacon and Viago walk the clothes down the hallway. We see a wide shot of Deacon and Viago showing the clothes to Vladislav.
Not sure about the waistcoat. I go for a look which I call dead, but delicious.
Medium wide shot of Vladislav.
We are the bait, but we are also the trap.
Wide shot of Deacon and Viago showing the clothes to Vladislav. A medium two shot of Deacon and Vladislav. Pan to medium shot of Viago.
Hello, ladies.
Medium shot of Deacon in a fur coat. Deacon's wearing a skull belt. Vladislav's in a bloody shirt. Deacon's in a fur coat. Vladislav's in a top hat. Viago's posing. Viago's in a coat. Viago's in a long coat. Viago's in an animal print coat. Viago's posing. Deacon in a ski suit. Vladislav posing. Deacon in a ski suit. Vladislav putting on a top hat. Viago with a large bow tie. Medium wide shot of Viago, Deacon, and Vladislav. And Viago says,
and voila, we are ready to go into town and party.
And Vladislav and Deacon say,
Vampire style.
Vampire style.
Vampire style.
Of the bus. They are traveling to town. Viago, Deacon, and Vladislav are on the bus. The passengers are in the foreground. The exterior of Wellington City at night, out on the town. A wide shot of the fellas walking down the street, traffic in the foreground.
When we go out into town, we must try to blend in.
The fellas are walking, others in the foreground. We see them walking away from the camera and we track in.
Just walking the streets.
They're walking down the streets, track back, pan to the youth, pan back to Deacon, Viago, and Vladislav.
Coming into town is really cool because just for one brief moment I feel
Homos.
I
I know who that was supposed to be.
that was all of us in our hearts. Yay, homo! Yay! A medium shot of Vladislav, Deacon, and Viago walking.
Evil, yay!
And Vladislav says,
The trouble with being a vampire is you have to be invited to go in.
we track in and we see Viago, Vladislav, Deacon, and bouncers. And Deacon says,
We'd like to come into the bar, please.
and
Can
we get, yeah, sorry.
Can you invite us into the bar, please?
$5, you can walk in.
Will you invite us in?
Could you just...
Medium wide shot of Viago, Deacon, and Vladislav walking away from the camera, tracking in.
If the humans found out what we were, they would destroy us.
And then Viago says,
there are between 60 and 70 vampires in the greater Wellington region.
medium wide shot of Viago and Vladislav walking past a vampire and a man seated on a bench. Vladislav, Deacon, and Viago walking pan to a vampire in a phone box.
Obvious vampire.
Julie.
And then Marana says,
Oh, can you hear me? No.
yay!
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. I said it. Sorry. How embarrassing. He's a guy I used to work with when I was human.
Viago, victim, Marana, Vladislav, and Deacon. Deacon exits right of frame.
He looks gone.
Before, when I was human, yeah, he's gone. I've been draining him all night. I've been a very thirsty girl.
A wide shot of Vladislav and child vampires on the street. Deacon in the foreground, others in the background.
Hey guys.
Being bitten as a little boy or a little girl, you're always going to look the same age.
Medium wide shot on Deacon, Vladislav, and the child vampires, and a medium close up on Viago.
What are you going to do tonight? Are you going to kill some perverts?
A medium
Yeah.
two shot of the child vampires.
Yeah, we're meeting a pedophile.
Cool.
Yeah.
We see the boys and a bouncer, and the guys start to cross the road.
Okay, let's just go to Big Kumara.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
You have a good night.
You too. Big Kumara is vampire owned and operated, so we can always get in.
We see the guys enter, and there's a sign that says Big Kumara on the side of the building. We zoom in.
It's the hottest night spots for vampires in Wellington.
Medium wide shot of Vladislav, Viago, and Deacon. Interior, the Big Kumara that night. A medium wide shot of the bouncer, and the guys cross and start to climb the stairs.
Come on in, guys. Come on in.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Wide shot of Vladislav, Deacon, and Viago dancing in the bar, which looks kind of lame. Others at the table in the background. Interior of the Big Kumara, Deacon instructs Jackie to bring him some virgins. A wide shot of Jackie through the bar. And Deacon says,
Perhaps you could bring some people to the house.
a medium close up of Deacon seated, pan to a medium close up of Jackie.
Oh, sure.
Perhaps some virgins?
She's writing this down.
Virgins, yep, okay. Any kind of preference in terms of gender or
Maybe some ladies,
yep, ladies.
perhaps a guy.
Oh, okay, one of each.
One of each would be cool.
They're seated at the table.
My relationship with Deacon is...
This is Jackie's interview. It's a medium close-up of Jackie driving. There's a title that says Jackie, and it also says human.
Well, I'm his familiar. He's my master.
We see Jackie mowing the lawn.
He tells me what to do. I do it.
The wide shot of Jackie starting a leaf blower.
We have that kind of master-servant relationship, which works nicely, actually.
She's working that leaf blower. Then we are inside the dry cleaners where Jackie's dropping off Deacon's laundry. Jackie, with her head out of frame, is carrying a bag of bloody laundry. As she walks toward the counter, the dry cleaner's in the background.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's a little bit of blood. My husband, he's a hemophiliac.
He holds up a bloody shirt. The dry cleaner is in the right foreground.
Oh.
And the dry cleaner says,
Oh. Okay.
You know, he's someone that bleeds a lot.
Yeah.
inside the big Kumara, Deacon instructs Jackie continued. Close-up of Jackie's notepad, which says, virgins, ladies ×1, guy ×1. Oh, sorry, guy ×1, lady ×1.
Any kind of age range?
Young.
But not kids, right?
Not kids.
18 to 30?
Definitely younger than yourself.
Okay, so 18 to 30. So it's a dinner party?
Great.
I'll be there, you'll be there.
Yes, dinner party.
The guys will be there, we'll all be there.
Yes, we will dress up.
Okay, great.
And then eat them.
Okay.
Should be fun.
Great. I was just wondering if we could talk about the,
Do you know of a night dentist? Because I have this thing here.
I was just wondering if we could talk about the deal.
Hmm?
The deal.
The dishes?
No, you know, the deal. The deal is that he's going to give me eternal life, which, you know, it's very exciting.
Back to Jackie's interview and a close-up of Jackie driving. Inside the big Kumara that night, Deacon continues instructing Jackie. And Jackie says,
well, I just feel like I've kind of reached my potential and I wouldn't want to kind of get any older before kind of, I just feel like I'm the best version of myself that I can be. It's just that it's been 4.5 years and but it's doing your, I'm doing your pot plants, I'm doing your dry cleaning, and now doing your dishes, and I'm doing, you know, I'm just wondering.
Yes. Yeah. And the dentist.
I'm the dentist, and it's just taking an awful long time. So I was just wondering if I...
The dentist. Be gone.
Okay.
medium wide shot of Jackie walking away from the camera through the bar, and we zoom in.
Okay.
Medium wide shot of Deacon seated. Zoom into a close-up. Exterior alleyway night. Child vampires attack pedophile. A wide shot of a pedophile walking. Child vampire number 2 with a rope hiding. Child vampire number 1 walking to pedophile. Medium wide shot of child vampire and pedophile. Child vampire number 2 strangles the man with a rope. They bite him.
One of the most unfortunate things about being a vampire is that you have to drink human blood.
Like that the character's named pedophilia. I'm sorry.
And it's spelled like all like Latin-y. It's funny.
It's really quite perfect. It's very formal. I like it.
Oh, why?
Or the concept of pedophilia embodied.
They've eaten the very avatar of pedophilia.
They feed on the dead pedophile in the alleyway. Interior of the lounge at night, Viago bites his victim. A medium shot through the window, Viago's victim, pan to a medium wide shot of Viago's victim, and Viago with a rose.
I like to make a real evening of it.
It's lovely.
Play some music, maybe give them some nice wine. It's the last moment alive, so why not make it a nice experience?
Viago places a cloth over the light. We zoom out to see he and the victim seated on the couch. We look through the window and see Viago playing the mandolin and Viago's victim. Viago and his victim, he places towels on the couch. Zoom into a close-up of the towels.
So tell me what you do. What do you...
Viago places down newspapers.
I'm thinking about going to uni, actually.
Oh, you are? Put that under there.
Oh.
A university, yeah.
The victim continues.
Yeah, but after that, I'm going to travel. Yeah, I really wanted to go overseas for ages. So I'm saving up, and I'm going to go to Spain and Italy, London, and yeah.
Okay, excuse me. Just put that there.
Oh.
Here we go.
Through the window, we see Viago and his victim. He bites her neck, and blood spurts theatrically from her neck.
Shit.
We see blood spurting from her neck, and we zoom in as he tries to drink her blood. Wide shot through the window, Viago seated, Viago's victim's body on the floor at his feet. We zoom in.
Well, that didn't go so great. I hit the main artery.
A medium close-up of Viago covered in blood.
So yeah, it's a real mess in there. On the upside, I think she had a really good time.
He's covered in blood. Exterior Wellington City night. Vladislav looks for victims. Wide shot of the city at night. We see a woman on the couch. Vladislav in the right foreground. We pull to a close-up of Vladislav, and we pull the focus on her as Vladislav turns to her.
So it is quite late, and I managed to find a woman up watching television, and she seems like she'd be a good victim. I'm just going to use hypnosis on her. See me. See me.
She doesn't turn around. He turns back.
She can't see me from that angle.
Vladislav used to be extremely powerful. He could hypnotize crowds of people.
To Deacon and Viago's interview, we see an extreme close-up of Vladislav. We tilt up to his eyes, and we see a black and white photo of crowds of people.
Great orgies, 20, 30 women.
We see a close-up of a painting of an orgy and then another orgy.
He could turn into all sorts of animals, but now he never gets the faces right.
We see a picture of creatures in a book, and a black and white drawing of a snake with the head of a man, and a painting of men being killed.
He would kill anybody, men, women, children, burning everything. It was totally great.
We see a black and white drawing of a vampire with a woman on a horse, and a man eating a baby, and a medium close-up of Deacon, and a medium shot of Viago seated.
But he suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of his arch-nemesis, the Beast.
We see a black and white drawing of a creature, and a black and white drawing of a man riding a creature, and a black and white drawing of a different creature, and a close-up of Viago.
And he's never been the same.
Exterior Wellington City night. Vladislav looking for his victim. Vladislav looks through the window.
See me.
Through the window, there's a man seated on a couch. We pan to Vladislav.
See me. See me. See me.
The man is still seated on the couch. He finally opens the door.
Would you like to come inside?
Extreme close-up of a black and white photograph of a creature. Exterior house, night, establishing shot. Long angle of medium shot of gates. Tilt down to, oh, my head's going, all these abbreviations. A wide shot of the house. Interior of the house at night, dinner party. Yay, dinner party. Peter crosses the frame left to right. We see Deacon's hand opening the door, tilt up to see Jackie, Nick, and Josephine. Jackie goes to kiss Deacon and then exits the left frame. We track back as Nick and Josephine enter the house. And Deacon says,
Jackie, welcome.
Hello.
Come in.
This is Nick, ex-boyfriend, and Josephine.
Nice house.
And this is Deacon, my overseas friend from Europe. Deacon and his friends need victims.
We see Iago and Vladislav peering around the doorway, and we pan as they turn away from the camera to a long shot as Deacon, Jackie, and Nick walk away down the hallway. We see them walk into the room with Iago in the background.
Hi, please come in. Welcome.
We cut back to Jackie's interview, and she's driving and says,
They can't be people that I actually, invest in or like, because, of course, they will become victims.
At the garden center that day, we see Jackie on the phone.
Hi, Josephine?
She's pushing a trolley, and we track back.
No, I sat next to you in English, remember? You used to call me the Jaxicist.
We see Jackie on the phone pushing the trolley.
No, you did. No, you did, yeah. No, you started that, yeah. You were the one who started calling me that, and then everyone then it just kind of caught on, yeah.
We see her pushing the trolley still. We track back.
Okay, bye then. Bye. She's in.
So back in the dining room that night at the dinner party, Josephine is seated at the table. We see Nick, Viago, and Vladislav. And Viago says,
Do you like that, Nick?
Fuck, I'm so sorry. I totally lost our place. What page are we on?
Top of 56.
Jeez Louise, I got ahead of us. Oh, that one. Yep, it's choice.
Wide shot of Nick, Josephine, Jackie, Deacon, and Vladislav seated at the table. Viago standing in the background. Viago starts to walk.
I will go and prepare dinner.
Please.
Nick, are you a virgin at all?
Nick says,
What?
It doesn't seem like. Are you a virgin?
And Jackie says,
yes.
No.
I knew it.
You were a virgin when we were seeing each other.
Yeah, I was 12.
You said he was virgin.
We cut to Deacon's interview where Deacon is seated and says,
I think we drink virgin blood because it sounds cool.
Back at the dinner party, everybody's seated at the table. We pan to Josephine, and Jackie's at the right edge of the frame.
I think of it like this. If you are going to eat a sandwich, you will just enjoy it more if you knew no one had fucked it.
And Deacon says,
Let's concentrate on Josephine then. Are you a virgin?
Josephine says,
Josephine, we can't hear you, love.
Josephine, at the top of page 58, she says,
Yeah, she has no volume.
Yeah, it's the.
Is there a secondary mute on your microphone or something? Potentially.
Dread God of technical difficulties. It's okay, it's just a nice meditative moment.
Let's all go to
Breathe
the
in.
lobby. Let's all go to the
Let's
lobby.
pretend to be Kiwis for
Oh, memories of other
how's it
shows
going,
where this
everybody?
happened.
It's happened to me before.
Oh, you
Let's all
poor
go to
thing.
the
But you
lobby and
really
do some vampire
I just
snake.
dialed in.
powered through though, man. Like you really powered through.
It's a lot. I just watched that movie like immediately before this, and you like reading that. I'm totally remembering. Like, oh yeah, there was all those flashings and screens and
Lots of things.
oh yeah, the things, all the things.
I still
Hi,
haven't
I'm
seen
back.
it. You're it for me.
Hey!
Oh wow.
Sorry.
There we go.
This has happened on like the past 2 Zoom calls earlier this week. Like I'm here too long and then the volume just leaves.
So Deacon, you just asked her if she was a virgin, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm skipping all of that. Blah, 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 blah. So
I'm not. No.
Oh, okay. I'm really sorry because I totally pinned her as a virgin. I mean, she looks like a virgin. She talks like a virgin. I mean, who would have sex with her? I wouldn't.
I would.
Oh.
We do a medium close-up of Iago walking down the corridor with 2 cans of cold spaghetti. And we track back to a medium shot of Josephine. Iago schlups the tin spaghetti onto the plates, and Nick is left at the edge of the frame. We zoom out to see everybody, and Josephine says,
2 dinners. 2 dinners. Yum.
Nick, do you like biscotti?
Yep. Usually like it, but be better if it was warm.
Deacon says,
so this is my favorite trick.
We cut to his interview, and he says,
we present our guest with a plate of biscotti, and then I will say, why don't you eat some biscotti?
Back at the dinner party, Deacon says,
please, Nick, eat some biscotti.
We see Nick eating this biscotti.
I didn't realize you enjoyed eating worms, Nick.
Nick says,
No.
They are worms.
There are worms wriggling around on my plate. Vladislav, do you have something to say about that?
It is worm-like, but not actually worms.
This is merely biscotti.
We stole that idea from the Lost Boys. But I put a nice twist on it.
Keep going, Deacon. You're doing great.
Okay. Nick, how does it feel to have a snake for a penis?
Becky, my penis has disappeared. There's a cobra snake.
Penis trick.
No one is going to mistake your penis for a cobra, Nick, okay? Believe you me.
What did you put in my spaghetti? You guys are magicians, aren't you?
Deacon starts to sit down.
No, it is just a normal penis.
I'm out.
Josephine is still seated at the table.
Josephine?
Josephine says,
I can hear.
I couldn't. And then Deacon asks her,
oh, sorry, I already said it. Do you like biscotti?
Interior hallway night. Nick turns to walk away from the camera. We track in.
Look, these freaks spiked my spaghetti, made my cock turn into a snake. This is not cool. Not cool.
Medium shot of Nick walking track back. Medium shot of Nick trying to open the door. Pan as he walks to another door.
Don't you think this is weird?
He tries walking away from the camera and pans as he walks to a door.
For fuck's sakes.
He walks into the room and he walks to a window.
Jackie!
At the window, we see Jackie beside her car. As she gets into the car, Vladislav enters from the bottom of the frame in the foreground. Pan as Nick runs.
Jackie!
Sorry, Nick.
What are you doing? Jackie!
He runs away from the camera. We track and pan in. Nick opens the door to reveal Josephine lying dead on the table and Viago trying to drink her blood. Nick turns and exits right of frame. Zoom into Viago drinking Josephine's blood.
Shut!
Medium shot of a bat attacking Nick. Nick runs away from the camera and he looks over his shoulder and he turns and walks away from the camera. We track in and pan and tilt to a close-up of Vladislav as a cat with, of course, Vladislav's face. We pan and tilt to a medium close-up of Nick.
Meow. What the fuck? Nah.
Nick runs away from the camera. He turns and runs back, and Viago enters left and chases him. You track back and pan. Viago enters the frame from the doorway. Nick turns and runs to the door, and we pan around as he runs into the room and closes the door. And Nick's at the door.
Fuck off.
Nick is at the door. He turns around the room. Deacon's hand enters the frame from behind Nick and grabs him.
Where am I?
Medium shot of Deacon and Nick struggling. Tilt down as Nick pushes Deacon. Pan and Deacon throws Deacon across the room. We see Nick run out of the room into Viago, Deacon, and Vladislav flying down the hallway. We track back as Nick is chased by vampires. Nick exits right of the frame. We pan to see Nick running away from the camera. He runs to the door. We pan to see Vladislav and Deacon in midair, and Nick running through the door. We tilt up to see Nick running. Peter appears out of the darkness and grabs Nick. He pulls him right out of the frame.
Fuck!
Oh no!
Freaky cat too. I don't like your freaky cat. You freaks.
Of grass.
Oh no, there's blood.
Oh.
From Nick's point of view. And Viago says,
"Oh no, pizza got him."
And then Vladislav says,
poor guy.
Who let Peter out?
We fade into a medium-wide shot of Jackie, who's hosing the blood on the driveway. We tilt up to see her and then down to a close-up of the blood. Fade to black. Fade in to a title card that says, 2 months later. Interior of the house that night, Deacon dances erotically. Nick the vampire visits. A wide shot of Deacon dancing. And Vladislav is in the background. Vladislav and Viago are on the floor.
Sorry.
So no, you're great. You just jump right in there. That's perfect.
Hey guys. Hey, what are you guys doing?
Deacon takes the needle off the gramophone.
What are you doing, Nick?
Come into the house.
We see Nick hovering outside the window, and we pan over to Deacon. Nick is hovering outside, and he starts to climb through the window.
Hi, my name is Nick. Hey guys, what are you up to? I've been a vampire for 2 months.
We're cutting to his interview.
Probably, I reckon the best thing about being a vampire is flying. Like, I've always been wanted to. I think everybody has always wanted to fly, and now I can do it.
Medium shot of Nick, where there's the title that says Nick, and it says recent vampire. Interior of the house that night, Nick of the vampires. Nick climbs through the window, and Nick's grunts, sorry.
No.
A wide shot of Nick climbing through the window. And Deacon says,
Nick, why don't you use the front door?
Why would I? I'm flying. Peter bit me, sucked all my blood out. I woke up in his basement and he offered me some blood.
Medium close-up of Peter. We tilt down to a close-up of Peter's hands, and we see Nick.
I just thought it was some German thing that these guys do.
We see the accident and urgent medical care center at night. Medium shot of Nick walking, and we tilt up to a sign that says accident, urgent medical care center, urgent pharmacy.
The transition into becoming a vampire was pretty hard. I looked at it. I looked like shit to start off with. Like I had a massive gash on my neck. Like you could see the inside of my neck. I had blood all over the top. And then I came home and I was sweating and I was either really hot or really cold. It was like a hangover times 10, I reckon. It was really bad.
The medical care receptionist and Nick are at the counter. Nick's in the waiting room. Nick's being examined by a doctor. The doctor exits right at the frame, and we see Nick's house. Nick transitions. He's on the bed. He's looking at his reflection in the mirror, and his reflection fades.
It was quite similar to having the flu.
He's in bed, and his head moves very fast.
Except the only difference would be that my eyes bled heaps.
Wide shot of Nick doing back bends on the bed. Medium close-up of Nick with bleeding eyes. Zoom in. A long angle of a medium close-up on Nick.
Are you guys not cold? I don't know. I can't explain it. Like I was just real hot and cold and like bloody eyes and flying and stuff.
We see Nick hovering in the corner of his ceiling and zoom in. Back in the house with Nick and the vampires, we see, Deacon says,
the neighbors can see you flying around the house. You want to draw attention to this house,
You've got a whole documentary crew following you around.
I'm doing an erotic dance for my friends and you ruined it. I was in the zone. My friends were loving it.
I saw the end of it. It looked great. I don't know if I'm if I'm accepted yet, but I don't know. I think it's getting there. I know they're old and stuff, but they're quite naive when it comes to the real world.
Thanks.
Back to Nick's interview. Nick says,
so I just don't know. It'd be cool to just hang out with them. They can teach me some stuff. I can probably teach them a few things. Steph?
Wide shot of Nick scratching on the gramophone. Vladislav, Viago, and Deacon in the background. A wide shot of Nick, Peter, and Viago watching Bad Reception on television. Deacon enters left of frame in the foreground.
At the start, it was like, oh no, like I'm dead. It's kind of affected my friendship with normal people, my family and stuff. But the way I see it, I've got a whole new family.
Exterior Wellington night. New friend Nick. Wide shot of Nick flying. Deacon, Vladislav, and Viago enter left of frame, also flying.
Woohoo!
Wide shot of the fellas on bicycles. We track back.
They accept me for who I am, and I accept them for who they are.
Nick and Viago with orange and handkerchief.
Beep, beep, bloop, bleep, bloop, bloop.
A close-up reflection in the mirror of the handkerchief and orange.
Sorry. Even though one of them killed me.
Oh, it's Pac-Man. I get it. Sorry. Exterior Wellington out of the town with Nick. The fellas are walking down the street, and Vladislav says,
where should we go tonight?
Deacon
Let's go
says,
to the big Kamada. Sorry. Let's go to the big Kamada.
Why don't we go to Boogie Wonderland?
We never get into Boogie Wonderland.
No? My friend Richard is the bouncer. He can get us in.
Fact, really?
He'll invite us in. Stu is keen. Stu loves it.
Who is that, Stu?
This is my friend Stu.
we cut to Nick and Steve's interview.
Hey.
Hey. He works in computers and stuff. Originally, he went out with my sister, and then they broke up, and I didn't really get into it. Like, it's got nothing to do with me, and you can't hear me. What?
He talks straight to the camera now.
All right, so basically, Stu doesn't know that I'm a vampire, and he doesn't know that my friends are vampires.
Close up on Nick, zoom out to Nick and the boys walking down the street.
He just thinks that I've just met some colorful friends.
That's a Rose, and this is Jasmine.
I brought them around to the house, and they all thought I bought like a meal for everyone. It's just really, really sucks that I can't eat him.
He goes on.
I just want to look at it. He's the reddest guy I know. But you can hear me. Yeah, like computer-based stuff. Hey, mainly.
Yeah, geo databases. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like computers mainly.
Let's have a vote for Boogie Wonderland or Big Kumara.
Exterior Wellington night out of the town with Nick Stew continued. The fellas take a vote. Deacon says.
Big Kumara.
And Nick says.
Right.
Great.
Careful, Stu. Hurry up.
I don't think Nick should have been turned into a vampire.
Because of Deacon's interview.
He's such a dick.
Inside Boogie Wonderland, wide shot of the bouncer. Others in the foreground. This is a much cooler bar than the vampire bar.
Blah, blah, blah.
How are you, brother? Looking great, man. Gentlemen, you are most welcome.
We see the fellas in the bar, and they're walking through the crowd, close up on mirror balls. They're dancing, and Viago says,
Wir in Boogie Wonderland. So here we are at Boogie Wonderland, and it is so much fun. They have an electric floor. This is amazing. I'm just so happy to be here.
we see Vladislav walking to a woman. Others in the background. We pan as the woman starts to walk towards Vladislav.
Place is pretty cheesy. Also, did you see the jacket he wore? He's wearing the same jacket as me.
He's not exactly the same. It's
pretty close.
A medium shot of Nick dancing, others in the foreground. A medium wide shot of Iago lining up to bite a woman, others in the foreground and background. A medium two shot of Iago and the woman, others in the background.
What? Of course not. I'm just loving being a vampire at the moment.
Nick with a bloody mouth. We see Vladislav and a woman dancing, and Vladislav and others dancing, and Iago.
aha!
Exterior Wellington waterfront. The vampires meet the werewolves. We see the fellas walking away, and Nick says,
I went there. It's a bit the fat lady's arms. On Wednesdays they do like a fear factor competition. You can win like t-shirts and hats and spot prizes. It's like
we see the fellas and they're walking along, and all of a sudden Deacon sniffs. And Vladislav says,
"Oh yeah,
I can smell werewolves."
We pan to a wide shot of the werewolves walking.
What, real ones?
Keep cool.
We're just about to walk past some werewolves, so some shit might go down.
Medium shot of Deacon and Vladislav walking. We pan to Nick and Deacon walking, and Anton and the other werewolves in the background. We pan as the werewolves walk. Stu and Viago in the foreground.
Look out, guys, don't catch fleas.
What's that, mate?
Deacon.
Medium shot of Deacon. The werewolves walking away from the camera in the background. We pan to a medium wide shot of Deacon, Vladislav, and Viago walking. Werewolves in the background.
Sorry, what?
Keep going, keep walking, keep walking.
What? We heard that, mate. We've got sensitive hearing.
Have you?
Yeah.
Anton goes on.
What are you filming? Is it a music video, is it?
Come on, guys, just leave it. Come on.
We don't want any trouble.
We pan around to see the fellas and the other werewolves, and Clifton says,
Well, then why did you start it then?
I do. Have I got your heckles up, huh? Why don't you go smell your own crotches, huh?
Viago says,
Oh, come on, Deacon, stop it.
and Dion says, at the top
What
of
are you
page
talking
82.
about? I have a very unstable internet connection. We don't smell our own crotches. We smell each other's crotches, and it's a form of greeting.
We see all the fellas and the werewolves, and and Anton says,
You're on camera, mate. Don't do it.
Yeah. I think
we're
Dion's frozen.
very fragile with Dion's internet connection.
It's okay, because I know this guy. It's Count Fagula.
Anton says,
Hey, don't swear.
Sorry. I'm very
Yeah, we're werewolves.
not swearwolves.
What are we?
Werewolves, not swearwolves.
and Nick says, faggot is not a swear word.
No.
That's a very offensive word to call people.
Listen
to Anton.
It's offensive, but is it a swear word?
Well, unless you're talking about a bundle of sticks.
Or is it?
Just then Deacon steps forward and pretends to throw a bundle of sticks.
Chase these bundle of sticks, werewolves.
A wide shot of Dion, Anton, and Clifton and the other werewolves. Deacon exits left of frame in the foreground. Pan to a wide shot of Nathan as he runs.
No, it's not real. It's just...
Don't get it, Nathan. It's not real.
Viago slaps Clifton with his glove.
He's just going to take off his gloves.
Deacon?
No, this is Declan.
Declan.
Oh,
Declan.
That's me.
Someone else altogether.
That's me too. He's taking his gloves off, all right. Ah, shit, man. What the fuck did you do that for?
Oh.
Hey!
That was...
Don't swear. We're going to lose it. We're going to lose it.
But he slapped me.
Whoa. Hey, calm down. Dion.
Dion starts to transform.
Oh, shit! I've still got my glasses!
Vladislav says,
Oh.
Hey, whoa.
we pan down to see Nathan as Nathan starts to transform.
Who? Hey. Do the breathing.
Anton's holding the transforming Nathan, and the other werewolves are in the background.
Okay, do the breathing.
Hold it. Yeah. Count to 10.
Etc.
That's all right. Come on.
Count to 10, human again. Count
Anton
to 10,
holding-
human again.
Anton holds the transforming Nathan, other werewolves in the back, pan to Clifton, the other werewolves, and Anton.
It's all right. It's not a full moon.
And Anton says,
Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy your night. Yeah.
And Clifton
Should be ashamed of yourselves, man.
Great. We didn't want this to happen.
And Nick, Vladislav, Viago, and Deacon enter left of frame. Anton says,
Come on, guys.
Hey, say it, don't spray it, bitch.
Clifton!
The other werewolves walk away from the camera. Anton says,
Why are you swearing all the time?
Well, he riled me up.
General Cheddar.
I played General Cheddar on Voltron on DreamWorks.
Nick says,
Were they actually werewolves?
Yeah?
Viago asks,
Are you okay, Stu?
Medium shot of Stu. He starts to walk. We pan to a wide shot of Deacon Vladislav, Nick Viago, and Stu walking away from the camera.
General Cheddar. I just don't really know how to approach this because I've never done it before.
We cut to Nick's interview, and Nick says,
and he is a good friend, and I don't want to break that friendship. But then again, what do you do when someone tells you that they're a vampire?
Back in the house, we see, the headers are spoilers. I hate that. Back in the house, we pan around as Nick walks to Stu and sits down with Stu seated at the table. And Nick says,
I'm expecting him to be angry. He might be scared. I'm expecting a lot of things to bubble to the surface. You probably noticed I've been through a few changes lately.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, I don't show up for lunch anymore.
Yeah.
And now I've changed all our tennis games to nighttime tennis games.
Right.
And how you went from beating me every time and now I've won the last 3.
Yep.
This is very king of the hill. So the reason I brought you here is to tell you that I'm a vampire. Stu took it pretty well. He's definitely my best mate, and I'm not going to eat him. If they ever offer you spaghetti, you shouldn't eat it.
I think they offered me biscotti?
Vampire mates don't eat human mates.
we cut to a long angle of Stu and Nick seated on the stairs.
And no matter how much I wanted to eat him, I'll never eat him, because he's my mate. Hey, Stu?
Yep.
Yeah.
Interior of the house at night. Fun with Stu. Wide shot of Stu walking with the television. We track back.
Stu is great.
We see the family seated on the couch.
We really like him.
At first, I wanted to kill him, but now I'm glad I spent the time getting to know him.
Yeah, of course, he looks delicious with his big red cheeks. But we've all got an agreement that we're not going to eat stew, right?
Right.
Guys upstairs, they're loving him. They at the start they were a bit, oh, who's this human you're bringing into the house? And but it took them literally 2 minutes, and they like him more than they like me, I reckon.
We see Deacon knitting.
I'm knitting a scarf for Stu.
I don't know. It's just weird that he goes from scarf to. I know this scene. It's just, a scarf. Try an attack.
Yes. Stu says,
Use your legs. Use your legs. Use your legs.
I'm sorry, that was
Little-
Stu saying try an
use
attack.
them.
Sorry, I can't see you.
Use them.
Okay. Using my
They're
legs.
in Taekwondo uniforms, and we pan and see Viago as he flies through the air.
Ugh.
Wow. Step back and block. Ha!
They are doing Taekwondo.
Okay.
Doing Taekwondo.
And punching high. Yep.
Hi.
Yep.
We cut to Peter and Nick.
What I'm trying to say is, because I know that you turned me into a vampire, maybe don't do that to him.
Close up of Peter.
He's a vegetarian. The last thing he'd want to do is eat a live being or eat blood or eat meat.
A close up of Stu, Viago, and Deacon around the computer. They zoom out.
I am controlling this?
Yes.
Get it!
It's quite amazing to see how far technology can go forward if you are not paying attention.
We see Viago texting on a cell phone. And Viago with the cell phone, Deacon with the cell phone, everybody's with the cell phone, and Deacon says,
One message received. Oh.
And text message says, Viago, there is a crucifix behind you.
There is a crucifix behind you.
So down on that one, like halfway down, we'll focus it. Maybe a smile?
Vladislav and Stu have their phone, and Vladislav is taking a selfie. And we see a photo of Vladislav, and a photo of Vladislav and Iago, and a photo of Vladislav, Iago, and Stu, and another one of Vladislav, and a clown in Vladislav, and another one of Vladislav, and Vladislav with a deer skull, and another one of Vladislav. And Vladislav says,
Anything you want to find, you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can type it in.
You write it into this.
I lost a really nice silk scarf in about 1912.
the fellows are at the computer. And Stu.
Ha 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 ha. I don't.
Yes, now Google it.
And
Who is the first human friend that I've had in a long time?
Deacon, Stu, and Viago at the pottery wheel, close up of Vladislav.
With humans, there is a tendency to die.
We see Viago and Deacon and Vladislav seated on the couch.
yeah.
Close up of Stu's hand on the computer, Vladislav's hands in the background.
We can look at her photos.
They're back at the computer.
And oh yes.
Or we could poke her.
Yeah.
At the computer, Deacon asks,
Can we see a movie of a sunrise?
so they watch a video of the sunrise.
Oh shit.
Oh, nice.
Stu says,
If we push images, we can see pictures of virgins.
Vladislav says,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Oh, sorry. No, go back.
I don't think that she's a virgin if she's doing that.
close up to a record on the gramophone. Deacon's at the gramophone. He starts to scratch. Rickety, rickety, rickety. Zoom in. Interior of the house that night. Viago Skypes Philip. A close up on the computer. Stu's hand uses the keyboard. And Viago says,
There he is. Yeah, this is my old servant, Philip.
Cool. So we're gonna call him.
Yeah.
And just maximize that screen there.
on screen, we see an image of Viago and Stu. On the right, Philip appears on the screen. And Viago says,
Oh my God, that's him. That's him. That's him. That's Philip. That's Philip. He looks so old.
Master.
and Viago laughs and says,
We skip some of them. This is
yeah,
Master.
we're speaking all of that. Just pretend like you speak English.
Oh, like he's Master Viago.
Master Viago.
Yeah. Forget about all the titles. So just continue on.
It's been so long. You look the same. Tell me, did you find Catherine?
There's no
yeah.
hurry, you know. Love is patient. And listen, Philip, you paid the wrong fare on the box.
What?
For the coffin, you paid the wrong fare, and it took me ages to get here.
Master.
Yes, for the coffin, you paid the wrong fare, and it took me ages to get here.
You promised me you would turn me into a vampire. I am 90 years old.
Oh.
You promised. Now I'm so old.
Yeah, well, it was great. It was great to see you, Philip. Goodbye, Philip.
I never did anything with my life. I've been waiting. Oh.
Stu says, Stu ends it mercifully by saying,
Awkward. No. Just click that. Yeah, that one. The little end call button.
exterior of the Rita Angus Retirement Village, night. Viago watches Catherine. A wide shot of the street. Rita Angus Retirement Village. Title says Rita Angus Retirement Village. They're trying to kill me. Catherine enters the frame through the window. That doesn't make sense. She didn't go through the window. I'm sorry. Pan to a wide shot of Viago on the street. We fade to black. He's looking at Catherine in the window. It's nice. Exterior, Courtney Place. Night, out on the town again. We see traffic. The fella's crossing the road. We're inside of a bar at night. Nick is telling everyone he's a vampire. We see a woman and Vladislav dancing, and the bar patrons have general chatter. A woman and Stu are seated at a table, and Nick and a woman a woman says a woman is talking with Stu, and Stu says,
Data about where things are.
Oh, like Google Maps stuff?
Yeah, kind of like Google Maps, but like more layers of information.
The movie Twilight. Have you seen it?
the bar tape patron in the left says to Nick, do we have a bar patron who says to Nick, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the main guy in Twilight. You know the main guy, Twilight? That's me. There's cameras following me around. They could have chosen anyone.
We cut to Deacon and we tilt down as he clutches his forehead.
How many people have you told you're a vampire?
Not many.
I heard that girl talking about it. She said you're a vampire.
Yeah, I told her.
Who else?
Who did you tell?
I told a hot friend.
You can't tell everybody that you're a vampire.
Who is that guy?
I don't know, but I trust him.
Ugh. Keep it under your head.
You can't tell everyone.
Okay, all right. I won't.
Exterior on Wellington Street, Nick tells more people he's a vampire.
I'm a vampire! Yeah.
He walks
Etc.
the street.
Vampire!
He goes inside a convenience store and he freaks out the attendant. Nick says,
yeah, got a bit of an eye condition.
What's wrong with him?
Vampire eyes. Can't go into the sun.
A woman says,
I think I cast that.
A woman says,
Someone be a woman.
Oh my God, are they your fangs?
interior of bar at night, Nick shows his fangs. And the woman says,
For real?
For real. It's too real. I'm a vampire, bro.
Interior of the bar, Nick talks to a vampire hunter. We see a wide shot of the vampire hunter and Nick in the bar. Vampire hunter says,
"You're a vampire?
No, yeah.
I'm a vampire hunter, man."
No, you're not.
I am.
Fuck you, piece of shit. I'll Skype you.
Interior of a convenience store that night, Nick shows off. Nick, Deacon, and Stu in the background.
I can float. I can transform into stuff.
We see the attendant with Nick and Deacon in the back at the counter. Stu's in the background, and Nick is pulling faces. Pan to medium close-up of the attendant, and the attendant says,
Same.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I'll show you. You show me some of your vampire stuff.
What have I got? Don't lie about transforming into shit.
exterior Wellington night, the bath fight. We see Nick is walking, Deacon and Vladislav in the background. Deacon walks to Nick, and we track back as they walk. They stop and start to push each other. Stu and Viago and Vladislav are in the background.
Twilight!
Shut up, Nick. You are not Twilight.
What's your problem?
You are my problem. Telling the world that we are vampires.
And I'll tell the whole world that you're an asshole now as well.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Guys.
You shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
You shut up.
They're pushing each other.
I'm Dracula, man.
They're fighting.
You're not Dracula.
I'm Dracula, man.
You don't even know who Dracula is. You ignorant.
Deacon's pushing Nick, and everybody else is in the background. Nick runs and jumps and transforms into a bat and flies away. Deacon jumps and transforms into a bat and flies away after Nick's bat.
Whoa. Bat fight.
Bat fight. Oh.
A long angle, wide shot of the bats fighting in the sky. The fellas are watching as the bats fight at the top of the frame. You see them fight, and the bats transform. One bat transforms back into Deacon. He lands, grabs the bat, and throws it. Pan as the bat hits the door, transforms into Nick, and falls to the ground. Vladislav enters right of frame. We pan to a wide shot of Vladislav, Stu, and Deacon.
Grunt twice.
Oh, Deacon. That wasn't fair, man.
Fucking jacket, man.
I don't care about your stupid jacket.
Deacon runs away and he transforms into a bat and he flies away.
Deacon.
You okay, mate?
Nick exits right of frame. Interior, exterior of a takeaway bar. Nick eats chips. The fellas are seated at a table and Nick says,
"Hey, Stu.
Mm-hmm.
How's your worms?"
We see a plate of chips.
What?
You're eating worms. Can you do that shit where you turn it into worms?
No, it
It doesn't work on chips. Only works on things that already look like worms. Maybe noodles. Do you want some noodles?
Great.
Because he knows now.
Nick decides to eat a chip.
Oh no, I wouldn't eat that.
Why?
Exterior of the street at night, Nick vomits the chip. A wide shot of Nick vomiting humongous amounts of blood. Zoom out to reveal Viago watching as Nick vomits.
Are you okay,
Nick vomiting. We zoom out to reveal Vladislav, Viago, and Stu watching, and Nick is still vomiting.
Are you okay, Nick?
Vomiting.
right?
Vomiting.
Yeah, he ate the chip.
Medium shot of Nick vomiting. We see vomiting and vomiting.
I can't eat solids now. Great. What, I can't sunbathe? I can't watch daytime TV? I can't if I... Oh yeah, I guess I could.
He turns back and walks away from the camera. But he says...
More than anything, it's just the chips. It's my favorite food. I can't eat chips. This is... It's just... I'm over being a vampire. It's shit. So don't believe the hype.
Exterior of Jackie's house that night. Deacon visits Jackie. Wide shot of the sky. We tilt down as a bat enters the top of the frame. It hits a power line and lands on a car. Zoom into a wide shot of Deacon on the ground behind the car. He stands.
Sniff, grunt. Jackie!
Through the window, Jackie's children are walking away from the camera. Jackie and Deacon are in the foreground.
Jackie, can I come in, please?
Okay, off to bed, guys.
Hello, children.
Through the window, we see Jackie's husband and baby. Jackie and Deacon in the foreground. Tilt down to a medium shot of children. And Jackie says,
"Don't look at the man. Honey, just don't look. Natasha, don't look at the man."
Hey, little children.
Deacon says,
"I was going to bite you tonight."
"Really?"
"But now I can't because there's this Nick being a vampire."
"Oh, so sorry. I thought you killed him 2 months ago, didn't you?"
"No, I didn't. No, he's a vampire."
"What do you mean?"
"He jumped in front of your place."
We cut to Jackie's interview where she's ironing a shirt. And she says,
"All I'm saying is that, you know, If I had had a penis, I would have been bitten years ago.
Deacon says,
I may have to penalize you. Perhaps another couple of years, maybe perhaps 10 years.
Like one big circle, just biting each other's dicks.
She continues.
You know, they don't even wear shirts. They wear blouses. It's just this big homoerotic dick-biting club, and I'm stuck here ironing their fucking frills.
Something of the blouse in Jackie's hands and her ironing the shirt. Deacon says to her,
Also, clean the bathroom, please. There's blood everywhere. It's gruesome.
Deacon exits to the left of the frame to a close-up of Jackie. Pan as she starts to walk, and Deacon says,
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Jackie walks away through the doorway, her children in the background.
Off to bed, please.
Exterior, the Rita Angus retirement village that night. Viago watches Catherine continued. We see a wide shot of the street and a long angle wide shot of Catherine with her back to the camera in the window. We zoom out to a wide shot Viago flying towards the window.
Catherine, she was so charming and nice, and she was everything I wanted. And unfortunately, yeah, she was married.
Interior of the house, Viago scans Catherine's photograph. He takes the photograph out of the locker. Somebody's not muted, and it'd be awesome if they were. Putting the photograph on the scanner, closing the lid on the scanner. Black and white photograph. Husband and others on the wedding day. Zooming in, Viago says,
Sure, I wanted to kill the guy. I thought about chopping his head off and draining him of every drop of blood that he had. Who wouldn't? But then I also saw how happy she was.
Back to the camera, we see the photograph being printed.
And that made me kind of happy.
We see him looking at the photograph of Catherine, and he says,
And I didn't want to ruin it for her, so I did the honorable thing, and I just stepped back and let her live her life.
We see him at his desk, and he closes the curtains, and he gets into the coffin with the photograph of Catherine, and he closes the lid, and then the lid bounces. Exterior house day, establishing shot, wide shot sunrise, close-up of the house, time lapse of day passing.
It's coming from Peter's room. Run!
Deacon opens the door. We track in and pan to a medium wide shot of Viago and Deacon walking away from the camera. Track in as they run down the hall. Pan to black. Peter off stage says,
Peter! But, where is it, Peter?
Yeah, man, life is tough.
Peter!
Fade in to Viago, and we tilt down as he opens the hatch, and we a wide shot of Peter on fire. Viago in the foreground. We tilt up and pan past Deacon to a medium close-up of Vladislav. He turns and runs away from the camera.
Peter! Peter, get Vata. Peter, get out of the sunlight. Vata, get Vata. Peter, get away from the sunlight. Get in the shadows, Peter. Get out of the sunlight.
We pan to a medium shot of Viago. He exits left of frame to a high angle of Peter on fire. And we run past Deacon to a medium shot of Vladislav running. And we see Peter on fire, and Vladislav sprays water, and he screams,
"Get out of my way!"
I'm going in.
No.
I'm coming,
Viago
Peter.
strings Deacon, and they fall to the ground.
I'm coming, Peter.
Deacon, no, it's sunlight.
I'm coming for you.
It's sunlight down there. It's sunlight. It's sunlight.
Medium shot of Vladislav lowering the hatch. We tilt up as he stands and turns to Deacon and Viago on the floor.
I was too late. Turn that thing off. Our friend has just been killed in a fatal sunlight accident.
Blackout. Exterior Wellington, day to night, establishing shot. We fade in a wide shot of Wellington City, the time-lapse day turning into night. Interior of Peter's room. Deacon and Vladislav investigate Peter's death. A close-up of a stake in the dead vampire hunter's hand. And the charred remains of Peter on the floor as Deacon steps over him. And Vladislav's hand moves the vampire hunter's jacket. And Deacon says,
So this is what I think happened. The vampire hunter has broken through the window here, has impacted the table, breaking the table leg. Then he has come this way toward the tomb. Crucifix. Cover the crucifix. And then Peter has burst from the tomb, pushed the tomb lid onto the vampire hunter, and then the sunlight has come through there and burnt Peter alive.
and then Vladislav says,
I think that this is just a table leg, which is sanded down. Do you think he hand sanded that, or?
We see Vladislav holding the stake, and Vladislav and Deacon looking at the stakes, and Deacon says,
Yes, I imagine that's stuck in your...
It's a leg.
a long angle of Nick walking down the steps.
It's quite shocking down here, Nick. Look, here's our sweet Peter, burnt to a sizzle.
We see the charred remains of Peter. Viago and Deacon in the background, and we see Nick and the dead vampire hunter's on the floor. Zoom in on the dead vampire hunter as Vladislav twists his head. Zoom in to an extreme close-up of his hand.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
I can't figure out this. Is this his front or his back?
This is the vampire hunter.
Oh, who's this guy?
Look at his bloody head on back to front. Twist it the other way, the other way.
You don't... Oh, this way.
See who this guy is here?
Extreme close-up on Vladislav's hand, and we zoom out to a close-up of the dead vampire hunter. And Vladislav says,
typical macho type.
Yuck.
Hideous.
Oh, shit. I know that guy, actually.
You know him?
Yeah.
What?
Nick continues.
I saw him the other night in town. Told him I was a vampire.
What?
I thought he was joking. He said he was a vampire hunter.
You let a vampire hunter into our house?
I didn't let him in. I just gave him my email. He didn't...
Nick.
I will tear your tongue out and shove it down your arse.
Deacon.
Interior hallway that night, Deacon attacks Nick. Nick clears right of the frame, and Deacon is running. And Deacon says,
I'm going to kill you!
And the wide shot of Nick climbing the stairs, and tilt down to see Deacon climbing up after him. And they start to fight and climb the walls.
Tear your tongue!
They're floating on the ceiling.
Kill Peter with your big mouth.
Feeling some more.
It was a mistake.
Get up.
Take a breath.
Get up and stand on the ceiling like a man.
They start to exit the frame through the doorway. Interior of the kitchen, night. There is a knock at the door. Viago and Vladislav restrain Deacon. Stu is in the background. We pan to a long angle, wide shot, Nick in the corner of the ceiling.
We can talk about this, okay? We can talk about it.
Viago and Vladislav are restraining Deacon. Nick is still in the corner of the ceiling.
I'm going to kill you!
I'm already dead.
In midair, Vladislav is holding on to Deacon's leg. Stu is still in the background, and Viago says,
Oh.
You stay back.
Nick's in the corner, and Vladislav says, Vladislav and Viago are still restraining Deacon, and Stu is in the background, and Viago says,
There's someone at the door. I'll go.
he exits through the left, through the frame, through the doorway, and Vladislav is still holding on to Deacon's legs. And interior entrance hall, night visit from the police. Viago opens the door, and we see a policewoman and a policeman. Viago says,
"Oh shit."
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Hello, police.
I'm Constable O'Leary. This is Constable Minogue. We're just responding to reports of possible forced entry and also a rather large amount of shrieking. Just wondering if maybe we could come in, just have a wee look around.
Medium wide shot of the policeman and policewoman walking through the door. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's with the hello? What's with the camera? Yeah, obviously we're just here because there was a phone call from a member of the public about a bit of a disturbance. Some loud noises, possibly a forced entry, wasn't there? And also maybe a bit of smoke coming out. So we're just checking over the scene, making sure everything is, above board, so to speak, and making sure no one's in danger. That kind of thing.
We pan around, the policeman, the policewoman, and Viago are on the stairs.
We might go and have a wee look up there if that's all right with you. Just, part of the job.
Come on, mate. You lead the way.
Yep.
Okay.
It smells a bit weird in here too, mate.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Barbecue.
They climb the stairs. Viago turns.
You will not notice anything out of the ordinary.
Growl.
No, we certainly hope not. Let's just keep going.
Another growl.
Inside the kitchen, the police have a look around. We tilt up as the policewoman walks into the kitchen and to a medium wide shot of Viago and Deacon in midair. Police enter right of the frame, and Nick's still in the corner of the ceiling. And Stu says, Stu at the bottom of page 134.
Oh, thank you so much. Stu, bless you, Stu. Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I mean, good.
Hey, fellas.
Hello.
Is this the room we've had all the shouting coming from?
That was me.
She continues.
Yeah, okay. We've had a couple of reports, okay? There's been a couple of people not that happy about the level of noise here.
Oh, okay. The neighbors?
You can't keep screaming when there's this many people around, mate. You've got neighbors on either side.
I'm really nervous. I've hypnotized those cops. I'm not a great hypnotizer, so it could wear off any second. I really hope that those guys don't kill those police, because it will mean even more police will come, possibly even Christians, which is totally the last thing we need in this house.
Which neighbor's complaint?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Deacon is still in midair. The policewoman says,
just try and keep the noise down, okay? All right. I can see you're having a good time. End of the day, we got to keep the peace, okay?
We pan around and see that Nick is still in the corner of the ceiling, Deacon in the bottom of the frame.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. See what I'm seeing?
What's that, Minogue? You're joking. Not a smoke alarm in sight.
Tilt down to see Vladislav on the floor, holding onto Deacon's legs.
No smoke detectors, mate. Rule number 1, smoke detectors.
Okay.
Rule number 2, maybe not so many barbecues inside.
Tilt down as the policemen exit the right of the frame, and we see Vladislav on the floor holding Deacon's legs. And the policeman says,
Sort it out, fellas.
Okay.
Barbette smells really strong down here, doesn't it? What kind of marinade did you use?
Interior Peter's room. The police look around Peter's room. They enter at the bottom of the frame, and Viago says,
Yeah, no, this is
Who was this guy?
Viago says,
Oh.
Vladislav.
And Vladislav says,
That's a friend who came to our party.
the policewoman is beside the dead vampire hunter.
Mate, are you all right?
He's drunk.
The policeman says,
Oh, that's what I thought. He's, yeah.
Drunk guy.
Look, you can't just leave him here like that, okay? This guy's not having a good time. He's going to feel terrible tomorrow morning.
Viago says,
Mm-hmm.
Well, his soul is in hell, so don't worry.
Well, I don't know where his soul is, but all I'm saying is, where's his blanket? Okay, just check on him in the morning.
medium close-up of the dead vampire hunter.
There's a big slab of concrete on him.
Yeah.
Could move that.
Well, I mean, that's not definitely not going to be comfortable. Anything else in here, Minogue?
He likes it.
No, I think I've seen enough.
Okay.
Oh, hang on a minute. What have we got here?
A medium close-up of Deacon and a high angle of the charred remains of Peter on the floor. Viago, Deacon, policeman, and policewoman head out of frame, tilt up to see the fellas and the policeman and the policewoman, and the policewoman says,
Yeah, what is that?
This?
This.
Oh, this.
You can see it as clearly as I can. Adhesive, mate.
There
That's
are
flammable.
Sorry, there are buckets beside the charred remains of Peter on the floor, and the policeman's hand points to the bucket and also to a power source.
Oh.
Then you've got a lamp on top of that directly underneath the power source.
Gee.
Oh, that is quite bad, guys.
It's very bad.
It's a very bad combination.
And no smoke detectors again, are there?
No.
No.
Vladislav.
Yes, there are.
Yes.
Oh, yes, there are. I see them, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Okay, there are.
Lots to think about, guys.
Okay. Yeah, lots to think about. Shall we carry on?
Next flat meeting, yeah?
The policeman and policewoman start to climb the stairs, tilt down to a close-up of the dead vampire hunter on the ground.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good thinking. That's the thing. Just have a bit of dialogue about it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, they've got a really good point.
They start to climb the stairs, and Deacon says,
Wait, let's kill them.
No.
Well, let's just see what other safety points they have, and then maybe we'll kill them.
Interior of the house at night, the trial of Nick of Wellington. Medium wide shot of Nick, paintings of Vladislav, Deacon, and Viago on the wall in the background. Deacon says,
I call into session this trial of Nick of Wellington.
Viago. And Nick
Read
is
the
seated
chart.
in the chair.
Read
Stu is
the
also
charge.
seated in the background. Sorry. I just keep
Now
adding.
read the charges.
Thank you. Viago seated at the table, Vladislav and Deacon. are in the background, and Diago says,
Problems we have with Nick. Number one, you brought a human into our house, which is a big no-no in the vampire world.
Ladislav
Stu.
says,
Stu is okay though.
Yeah, so Stu is fine. So I guess we'll just cross that one out. Thank you, Stu.
Thank you, Stu.
So the new number one, Nick has been telling people he's a vampire. That in turn resulted in an unwanted visit from a vampire hunter. Crime number two, this is quite a biggie, Nick. The vampire hunter who killed Peter.
Nick says, Nick stands.
I'm so sorry.
That actually should have that should have been crime number one, but we wanted to build up to that.
He continues.
Number three, Deacon doesn't like that you wear the same jackets as him, and he would like you to find your own original style.
Ladislav says,
For these crimes of which we, the Vampire Council, find you guilty, you should be banished from our flat indefinitely.
Iago says,
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely.
Nick says,
so I can come back one day?
No. Indefinitely means there is no end.
I thought it was like...
I just think indefinite means that it's not a definite thing. It can be changed.
No.
Does it though?
Yes, but it's long.
It could be tomorrow. It could be 6 months.
No, it is not tomorrow.
No, it won't be tomorrow.
No. Forget about it. You're banished.
It's at least 6 months.
You're banished, but still you can visit if you like.
That's it.
Thank you.
For your crimes, you will be made to suffer the procession of shame.
I asked him, Nick. I asked him not to pass that sentence.
We should do this immediately, in my opinion.
You didn't ask. You were saying yes.
I didn't. Well, I still think it's quite extreme.
Well, this is what's going to happen. Let us do the procession of shame now.
Nick is seated in a chair.
Shame.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
Exterior night, the procession of shame is continuing.
Shame! Bad vampire.
Shame!
So we go, Stu?
Bye, Stu.
Wide shot of Nick and Stu at the gate. Zoom into a medium shot of Nick. Stu exits the frame in the background. Pan as they walk away from the camera through the gate.
That was a shame.
Interior of the bathroom at night. Jackie cleans the bathroom. Close-up of Jackie's gloved hand wiping blood from the floor. A high angle of wide shot of Jackie wiping blood from the floor. She sits and looks around. Fade to black. And sighs. Blackout. Title, several months later. Deacon says,
So today we have the invitation to the big event of the year.
Beer House Night, establishing shots.
To the breaking it open.
We close up on Biaga's hands opening an envelope, tilt up as he lifts the envelope up.
They have burnt the edges.
Like a treasure map or something.
Close up on Biaga's hands taking the invitation out of the envelope.
It looks very authentic, doesn't it?
Dearly departed. That's us. The Wellington Vampire Association, in conjunction with the Lower Hutt Vampire Witch Club and the Karori Zombie Society, invites you to attend the Unholy Masquerade on the night of the 6th of June, starting at 6 p.m.
We see the invitation in his hands. He continues.
666.
Oh, yeah.
There are only 2 6s.
The Unholy Masquerade, of course, is the great time for the undead community of Wellington. There's zombies there, vampires, banshees, all having a dance together. It's always a big deal for me.
We cut to his interview and we see a close-up of Peter holding a mask, and we see a painting of a woman and a photograph of Deacon in midair, and blah, blah, blah. And Vladislav says,
Love it.
One year, I went to the Unholy Masquerade dressed as Whoopi Goldberg from Sister Act 1 and Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit. It didn't go down so well because she was a nun. And we vampires don't like nuns.
close-up of a photograph of Viago dressed as a nun. Back to the Vladislav interview. He's holding up a mask.
Of course, the big deal of the Unholy Masquerade is every year they announce a guest of honor, and I don't know if I should be saying this, but I heard a little rumor that the guest of honor this year might be me.
Medium shot of Vladislav wearing a mask.
Grrr.
Inside the kitchen, Unholy Masquerade invitation continued. Deacon says,
The location?
Oh, where? Yeah, where is it?
Oh,
the Cathedral of Despair.
Oh, the location. And the guest of honor will be.
Iago hands the invitation to Vladislav.
Who is it? Show me.
Close-up of him reading.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
Vladislav has just had a reaction to the information that the guest of honor will be the beast.
No!
Close-up of a photograph of a creature. Back to Vladislav's interview. He's in a coffin.
The darkest part of my mind is reserved for the beast.
Deacon and Viago's interview. Viago says,
We could tell you a thing or two about the beast.
You should pray you never have to see the beast.
He's got a drawing of the beast.
This one is called the beast. And I said, get your hands off my balls, beast.
Deacon says,
He may have told you some stories about this great battle with the beast.
Yeah. Oh, I fought the beast on the cliff. Oh, I fought the beast in a swamp.
Or he...
And then one time I fought the beast in the toilets of a nightclub.
Difficult battle.
Back to his interview in the coffin, Vladislav says,
I hope you never see the beast. The beast.
We see a drawing of a creature. Extreme drawing of the creature. Exterior house night, establishing shot. Wide shot of the house. Interior of the house night, getting ready for the Unholy Masquerade. Deacon says,
Can't go to the ball as Blade. He is a vampire hunter.
Yeah, but vampires love Wesley Snipes, so it's...
No, it's inappropriate. Okay, Vlad, the green jodhpurs or the black leather with the dragon belt? I'm having a male crisis here.
Deacon's holding trousers, and we tilt up to see him. Vladislav says,
Just wear the pants you're going to wear. Which pants do you want to wear?
Just look at the pants, Vlad. Turn around and look at them.
Look at the pants. Look at the pants.
They're just pants.
Oh, shit, man.
Holy shit.
Vladislav has his back to the camera. We zoom out to a medium shot of Vladislav, who is aged.
Oh, you look terrible.
The black pants.
Thank you. Get dressed.
I don't know if I feel up to it, really.
You don't look that great, but if you eat someone on the way and rejuvenate a little bit...
I'm fine. I just...
Could probably wear a mask or something.
You leave me to do my dark bidding on the internet.
Oh, what are you bidding on?
I am bidding on the table.
Are you coming or not?
Not.
All right, I'm gonna go change. We're leaving in 10 minutes.
Have a good time.
Exterior, interior, the Cathedral of Despair, which is also a bowling alley. Night, the Unholy Masquerade. Wide shot of the ball attendees walking toward the venue. Fade in title, The Cathedral of Despair. There's a general chatter of the ball attendees as Viago and Deacon walk into the venue. There's a vampire witch, Deacon and Viago, and the vampire witch says,
"Oh,
great."
You see the child vampires, a zombie, another zombie, Marana, ball attendees, and a zombie says,
We tend to often, without getting into that kind of stuff, which I'm really sick of that. But it's harder for us to actually chase people down. Can I introduce Gary and Alicia? They're
Oh, hi. How are you?
they're less grooming, guys.
How's it going? Yeah.
There's a banner that says WVS and LHVWC welcomes you to the Unholy Masquerade. And we see the ball attendees.
So we're at the Unholy Masquerade. It's great. This is my mask, which I made for the occasion.
We see Deacon and we see Jackie in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, Jackie. This is Undead Party.
Sorry, I lost my page.
163.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a vampire.
You'll have your...
I'm a vampire.
Now...
Yeah, I'm a vampire. Yeah.
Great. So, who beat you?
Oh, Nick.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Deacon.
It's pretty rude because she was my servant.
She was a pretty useless servant. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yes, but still, I would have been appreciated if you had asked, unlike some of these people.
How's Stu?
Nick answers. Oh, sorry. We pan and pull the focus to see Stu. Who is there?
Stu's good. He's there.
Oh, he's here.
Sorry.
Oh.
Stu!
Hiya, how are you?
Hey! Hey!
We embrace.
Nice to see you. Group hug.
Oh, yes.
Clear the left of frame to a medium shot of Nick, Deacon, and Viago. Deacon says,
Has anyone looked at you like they want to eat you at all?
No.
And the vampire witch asks,
Can you hear me at the back?
and she goes on.
Oh, sorry.
No,
My bad. On behalf of the Wellington Vampire Society, the Lower Hut Vampire and Witch Club, and the Karori Zombie Society, we welcome you here tonight. We're raffling a live meat pack this year. You can inspect the prize over here to my left. It's a wonderful prize. Tickets are only $10 each, or $45 for a book of 5.
Sorry. The ball attendees murmur, and a man in cage says,
Oh, yeah. A cage. That's awesome.
Live meat pack in the cage.
Yeah. Anyways.
The vampire witch continues.
Now, without further ado, it's my very great pleasure to introduce to you this year's guest of honor, Pauline Ivanovich.
Yay! The Pauline, the ball attendees are a cheer, etc.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Pauline and Julian enter the stage.
That's the beast.
We cut to Vladislav's interview. He is still aged.
The Beasties are the name I gave to my girlfriend, Pauline. She prefers Pauline. We had a very intense relationship. We were very sexually explosive.
There's a close-up of a black and white drawing of a woman seated on a man's back. He continues.
Last time I saw her, she impaled me, called me an arsehole. She said all kinds of things that really hurt me. And all this while I was impaled on a light post.
We zoom in on a photograph of Pauline and Vladislav. Pauline says,
Well, everyone, I will be mingling around, and I really hope that I will meet all of you.
Inside the Cathedral of Despair, the unholy masquerade continues. Pauline and Julian at the microphone. The ball attendees laugh and with general chatter. Close-up of the food table. And Pauline and Julian are mingling. And Pauline says,
hello.
Oh, that's a new guy. Do you know what kind of vampire he is? If he is a vampire?
Deacon asks,
Did you see his face?
Oh, hello.
Oh. Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how are you? This is Deacon.
Hello, Deacon.
This is Stu, our friend.
Stu.
Yep.
G'day, Stu. How are you, mate?
Whoa.
Good. Hi.
Julian.
Stu. Julian, hello.
Got really warm hands, Stu.
No.
Good.
Are you a demon?
No, he's not a demon.
No. I'm a software analyst.
Viago continues.
Hey, Stu.
A male witch? You're a male witch.
It's kind of a technical...
Stu, you should go dance with anyone.
Sure.
Okay, take your time.
I like Stu. He's not vampire, so what? He's a zombie or a
Male witch?
He's neither. He's more of a human.
Jackie and Miranda. Viago crosses background right to left. Ball attendees in the foreground and background. Viago says,
Excuse me. Hi, Nick. Hey, Nick.
Deacon says,
Do you mind if Stu is killed?
I don't feel that good about it.
medium two-shot of Stu and a zombie.
Can I just ask you, you know, like a personal question? Are you
Sure.
Are you predeceased?
Anyone is going to eat him, it's going to be us, but we're not. We're past that. They can just go fuck themselves.
Deacon says,
Nick, it is your fault, okay? You brought a human into this den of vampirousness.
What a +1.
That's not helping. Yes, you did.
My +1.
Tilt up as Stu stands and starts to exit his conversation with the zombie right of frame.
Lovely talking to you. I've got to shoot off now. See you later on.
As soon as one vampire takes a bite, it's a blood frenzy.
A frenzy.
Okay, we've got to get him out.
Okay, let's go.
Follow me.
Excuse me, sorry guys. Okay, Stu, put that over your bloody red face.
And pretend you're a vampire. Just going out.
Going outside for a cigarette.
Oh, hey.
Oh, okay, not that way, not that way.
This way.
Is there... Oh.
There's a zombie. There's a zombie in the foreground.
Is there another way? Oh.
No, not this way.
The zombie walks towards them.
Back away from the vampires.
Eyes.
And Pauline says,
Pauline.
Oh, fuck. Excuse me, everyone. Can I have your attention, please?
Julian shushes the crowd.
Some of the vampires forget unholy masquerade rules. They brought a human.
A median shot of Pauline, and we pan as she walks to next to a Deacon and Viago. Pan to Ms. Pauline and Julian and the ball attendees in the background, who hiss and murmur.
And they don't let us to feast on him.
Viago says,
This is a total misunderstanding. There was on the invitation, and this actually pertains to you. As the invitation, it said +1, but it did not specify it could be a human or if it could be a werewolf.
+1.
Mate, look.
Your admin sucks.
Yeah, but you could be a vampire hunter for all we know. He could be texting his mates saying, I've got them all in one place. Come on over and we'll have a vampire barbecue.
The ball attendees all laugh and murmur.
Well, he's not doing that.
Well, we don't know that, do we? How do we know that?
Deacon says,
he's wearing a bow tie. Look at him.
Stu, tell them what you do.
Oh, come on, Stu. Tell us what you do. Tell us what you do.
Tell them what you do, Stu.
Hi, my name is Stu. I'm a...
Don't fuck it up.
I can't hear, Stu.
Hi, my name is Stu. I work in IT.
I can't hear. I can't hear.
Louder.
Speak up, Stu. They can't hear you. They cannot hear you.
Okay, big monologue. Hi, my name is Stu. I'm a software analyst. I work for a geographic information systems company. I work...
Oh, sorry. What is it?
Rude. I work for a company that does, basically we take, like, business requirements from organizations and we, analyze those requirements, and then we build software to fit those requirements.
He is a virgin. He is a virgin!
hiss. The ball attendees hiss.
I can't wait anymore!
The vampire witch says,
I can smell a virgin at 1,000 paces.
Go on then. Go 1,000 paces away and smell yourself.
The vampire witch says. She gives an extra big hiss.
I'm trying. It's not picking up.
There it is.
And the ball attendees hiss. And everyone hisses. And then Pauline says,
I can't wait anymore!
I'm sorry, I'm losing my brains.
Like hiss, man, hiss.
And then Viago hisses. And then Vladislav says,
no.
And then he hisses. And there's a medium close-up of Pauline and the ball attendees and all of the fellas. And then we pan as Vladislav in a mask walks forward.
There shall be no eating of the human.
Oh, who are you all of a sudden?
Vladislav in the mask is there. We pan to a medium 2-shot of Julian and Pauline and the ball attendees in the background.
You have forgotten your former lover so quickly.
Georgie?
No, not Georgie. Like 5 years after. Wait a minute.
He tries to take the mask off and flails at it.
Wait a minute. Just a moment.
Iago.
No, I've got it. That's got it. Takes away from...
He's got it.
Hello, beast.
Hello, asshole.
Hey, don't call me arsehole.
Oh, don't call me beast. This is Vladislav. This is my ex-boyfriend. You know, the one who fucked that witch?
Just absolutely the same. Yes.
All right.
All right. That's old business. That's personal business.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, asshole.
This is my lover.
You will not feast on the blood of the human known as stew. No one.
Pauline says,
Oh, shit. Listen, asshole. This is human, and this is rules. And what is cameras doing here? One, then another one? What is this?
Vladislav says,
Yes. We are making a documentary on...
You'd be the sort of guy. This is a private secret society, mate. You don't go bringing your bloody cameras into everything.
Exactly.
You will not eat stew. And you will not eat the camera guy. Maybe one camera guy.
Mate.
Julian.
I'm up to about bloody here with you at the moment. And all your mates behind there, whoever the hell they are, we're going to eat the human being, and there's nothing you can do about it, all right? Now back off and let my missus get away.
Yeah, just rip his thing off and the other thing. And
Oh, there's nothing I can do about it?
That's right, mate.
okay, you. No, you guys.
Well, what about this? Ugh.
Pan as Vladislav and Julian fight. Julian says,
Look, he's won.
Rip his head off!
the ball attendees cheer,
Etc.
etc. They continue fighting. The ball attendees are in the background. They're moving. Vladislav says,
Ooh.
Vampire style.
Iago continues.
Get him, Vladislav.
Vladislav.
This. Scream.
Dramatically. They fight in midair and they scream. And they fight in midair. And there's a medium wide shot of Jackie and the ball attendees as Vladislav and Julian scream some more. And they continue fighting. And Julian grunts. And Vladislav screams. Yes, and we pan as Vladislav lands on a table. And Vladislav lands on the ground. And Julian screams and grunts. And Pauline says,
rip his head off!
They continue fighting.
Oh, he's killing him. He's killing him.
Julian is on top of Vladislav. The life force is being sucked out of Vladislav. And Vladislav says,
It is forbidden for vampires to kill vampires.
We tilt up to a medium close-up of Julian with a stake through his chest. The ball attendees are in the background, and we zoom out and pan to a wide shot of Stu holding the end of the stake, piercing Julian. Pauline enters at the right of the frame, the red ball attendees in the background.
What the fuck?
Blood? Oh, bloody hell! What? What?
Ugh.
Oh, are you okay, love?
Ugh.
Get out!
Julian has a stake in through him, and he's on the ground. And Vladislav and Stu in the background. We tilt up to a medium-wide shot of Vladislav and Stu, and the ball attendees. And Vladislav says,
We should probably go, Stu.
Ugh.
It was great to see you, Pauline.
Awful! Bastard!
Yes, do.
exterior town belt night. The vampires meet the werewolves on transformation night. The fellows are walking. We track back, and Viago says,
He's a murderer.
That was great. How we both together equally destroyed that guy.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, but it was more Stu with a giant stick.
Yeah.
Oh. I hope this doesn't make it awkward for you and the beast.
No. I think it's opened up new possibilities.
Oh no.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
The boys start chanting.
Stew.
Stew. Wait. Stop. Listen. Do you smell that? This way. Werewolves.
We hear the general chatter of werewolves. We see a wide shot of Anton, Clifton, and the other werewolves. Deacon walking away from the camera towards them. Pan to a wide shot of the werewolves.
Oh, no.
Look what the cat dragged in, huh?
Oh.
Piss off.
Keep walking. Don't hassle us tonight.
Vladislav says,
There's been no hassle here.
Well, let it stay that way. Keep chaining yourselves up. Guys, where's your tracksuit pants?
It was washing night. My missus couldn't wash them because there was too much blood in them. So
Anton says,
when your legs expand, they grow into the tracksuit.
Oh.
Those jeans are gonna rip completely. You've lost all those trousers, guys. Declan.
Oh.
Declan, that tree is far too thin. Look at it. It's like a branch. You know how big you're going to get when you transform? That's the wrong tree for you.
wide shot of Declan beside the tree. One of the werewolves says,
Anton, I've...
Oh no, you've forgotten the combination. Why did you get a combination lock?
I lost my key last time.
Okay, well, it's probably 4 zeros. That's the factory setting. Is it? Fuck off to a tree.
Hey, werewolves, not swearwolves. Werewolves, not swearwolves, but you...
Yeah, I know, but on transformation night, it's all right. All right? I'm getting stressed out.
I was just reminding you that you...
Stop talking and chain yourself up, you dickhead. Honestly, we're transforming.
We pan back to see Vladislav with his back to the camera, and Vladislav says,
All right, we'll keep walking.
Yeah, keep walking.
We're walking.
By the way, I find that offensive.
That fur?
Oh, for crying out loud, don't look at the fur, everyone. Get back to your trees, okay?
It's disgusting, man. Anton!
you're wearing fur.
Declan!
Anton! Well, yeah, but it's not real fur.
Oh, shit! Right!
Pan to a close-up of a moon appearing from behind a cloud.
Honestly, get out of here! Take your humans! That guy in the bow tie, he's gonna go first! Camera crew, get out of here! Quick! Take all your clothes off that you want to keep, everyone! Get that army surplus jacket off! You just bought that, Nathan!
I bet it takes Stu home.
The werewolves are starting to transform. Pan to Anton, the werewolves, and Clifton, the other werewolves, are starting to transform. Zoom into the werewolf on the ground. One werewolf says,
"Get that camera out of my face!"
See a medium shot of the werewolf starting to transform. Viago enters the right of the frame to close up. He enters right of frame to where the werewolf is lunging for the camera.
Guys, let's go, come on. Run, Stu, run, no!
They run, Nick and Deacon run, everybody runs, the werewolves are transforming, Vladislav crosses, we see all of the boys running away from the camera, Stu starts to fall, Vladislav is running, trees in the foreground, the werewolves growl, and Viago says,
Yeet.
We see the werewolves entering the frame from behind a tree, and the werewolf lunges for Viago. We see Deacon fighting a werewolf.
I got one.
We see Vladislav fighting a werewolf.
I probably have a line here.
Just grunt. Just grunt theatrically. A werewolf bites Viago's arm, and we zoom in. Viago also grunts theatrically. The cameraman
Heavily grunts.
grunts theatrically. The werewolves howl. Emerge from the darkness to a close-up, and they howl some more. Close-up of the cameraman on the ground. He is dragged out right of the frame. A dead cameraman falls onto the ground to a close-up. The cameraman screams.
My leg! My leg!
Close-up of the ground. A wide shot of Nick running. A pan to a wide shot of a werewolf. Pan to a medium shot of Nick running.
Stu! Stu!
Wide shot of trees.
Stu!
Wide shot of the werewolves. Stu flies through the air and lands on the ground, and we zoom in as werewolves attack Stu. The werewolves are on him as he's thrown through the air. We tilt and we zoom in as Stu lands out at the bottom of the frame beside the werewolf. And the werewolf is holding his leg, and we tilt down to Stu crawling on the ground. The werewolves at the background.
Yeah. Get away from me. Yeah.
Not yeah,
I know. I really needed to say that.
Oh God!
It's my
okay.
catchphrase. Come
Stu!
on.
Oi,
Yeah.
Stu, you all right?
Yeah.
Whoa, Stu! Fuck off, asshole! Fuck off! Fuck off! Get off, dick!
Yeah.
Nick is in the air, and werewolves are holding onto his legs.
Assholes!
The werewolves are attacking Stu. We zoom in to see Stu on the ground as Nick is in the air, and the werewolves are holding his legs. Deacon flies in and attacks the werewolves. They fall out of the bottom of the frame, and Nick and Deacon are in midair, and the werewolves are still attacking Stu, and we see Stu on the ground.
No! Whoa!
Stupid werewolves. Look away, Nick. Don't look at the blood.
No, Stu! He was a really good dude. Leave him alone!
Too late for him. Don't look at the blood, Nick.
Stew!
A medium shot of the werewolves. Fade to black. Exterior town belt night. Deacon consoles Nick. A wide shot of trees. We see Deacon with his back to the camera. And Deacon says,
There he is. He's probably still a little upset having seen his best friend disemboweled by werewolves.
He walks towards Nick.
Nick, I found you. Whoa. That was pretty full on, eh? But this is what happens when you're a vampire. You have to watch everyone die. Your mother and father, all your friends, sometimes brutal, like slipping and falling onto a giant spike or falling asleep in autumn pile of leaves and having some of them block your windpipe. Or making the simple mistake of fashioning a mask out of crackers and being attacked by ducks, geese, swans, or simply dying of old age. But even old age is brutal.
Sorry.
Actually, no,
Watching
that's
your
not even
friends.
the line.
What?
Or it's not supposed. Okay, maybe it is.
No, you good. You did beautiful. Watching your friends grow old, they can't piss and they can't say stupid things and their brains go and they can't remember anything. Playing Nick as a bit of a cokehead.
Exterior, Rita Angus Retirement Village night. Viago watches Catherine again. A long angle wide shot of Catherine in the window.
And then one day they can't even remember who you are.
A wide shot of Viago on the street. A medium wide shot of Catherine in the window.
And you wish they were dead.
Exterior town belt night. Deacon consoles Nick continued. Deacon says,
And then they do die. No. If I know Stu, this was probably the way he wanted to go. Disemboweled by werewolves. Blood and guts splayed onto the trees, his face torn to shreds. I hope I made you feel better.
fade to black. Exterior town belt night. Police and ambulance attend to Stu. Close up on the ambulance. The ambulance officer opens the door and the policewoman says,
well, from what we can see and what we can gather, looks like there's been a bit of a dog attack. That's really what happens when you get, dangerous dogs out on the streets not being looked after.
Police officer heads out of frame, pulling the stretcher from the ambulance. The police officer and the policewomen, the police officers and the ambulance officers are walking away from the camera, track in as they walk to Stu lying on the grass.
Well, this is not
good. No, not good at all. No, certainly not.
They are beside Stu lying on the ground.
There's nicer ways to go than being torn about by what looks like a pack of dogs. More than just one.
We first put Stu on a stretcher.
That's yeah, I'd say so. These attacks are becoming more and more frequent. They're happening on a monthly basis, and it's no good for anybody, okay? Especially not the dogs, certainly not the community.
Yeah, Illyria got the bastard. One of them here, eh?
The ambulance officers with the stretcher in the background. The policeman enters right of frame with a really cute dog. Zoom out to a medium wide shot.
Okay. Oh, geez. And that's what I'm talking about. Look at it. End of the day, this dog's gonna have to be put down. What a shame.
The dog and the policeman, and close up on the dog. A wide shot of the policeman and the dog beside Stu in the stretcher. The policeman said,
Look what you did, eh? Now he's got the scent again, hasn't he? He wants to go again. He's not finished.
No, you. Yeah.
Blackout. Interior house night. Sad about Stu. Close up sunrise on the computer screen. Medium wide shot of Deacon seated on the couch looking at the computer. Exterior bar night. Still sad about Stu. We see Nick seated at a bar. In the house, everybody's sad about Stu. Vladislav is dealing with his sadness in the torture chamber. He's got a werewolf chained up in his torture chamber. Close up on the dishes. Exterior on the beach that night. Farewells due. The boys are there, and Nick throws a scarf. Sorry, I'm getting really tired, you guys. And Nick throws a scarf into the water.
They say that vampire hearts are cold and dead. Definitely dead. Bye, Stu.
He would have loved that scarf.
It's a lovely loose knit.
Interior of the house night. Viago saves Deacon from being sizzled to a crisp. Viago says,
But I don't know. I think I still feel things inside it.
he's closing the curtains, and he runs to Deacon asleep at the computer.
Deacon. Deacon. Deacon, vakey, hey.
Viago?
You've asleep in here, the curtain's open. It's nearly morning. You want to get sizzled to a crisp?
Oh.
Viago helps Deacon to his room. Viago closes the door.
Sorry, I'll stop talking. What?
You know, you've got to think a little bit about these things.
Okay, sorry, Viago.
No, it's okay.
Night. Night, okay.
Fade in to close-up photograph of Vladislav, Viago, Deacon, Pauline, Nick, and Stu. Zoom in, fade to black. Title. Hey guys, it's Nick the Vampire here. Just a heads up, I've got quite a big surprise. I think it's going to blow everyone's mind. Answer phone received at 4:20 a.m.
I say what you just said.
Say it better. That's stupid. This is stupid. It's making me
right.
crazy.
No, it's okay. It's a yes.
Set up to kill my brain.
Cute. It's okay.
You've got the cute accent. It's so cute.
Hey guys, it's Nick the Vampire here. Just a heads up, I've got quite a big surprise. Yeah, it's gonna blow everyone's mind, I think.
Into your
Laura,
house.
you're crushing this.
And Deacon is walking away from the camera, and we track as he walks to the door. He opens it to see Stu and Nick. And Nick says,
"Ah,
Stu.
Hey, Deacon.
Stu.
How's it?"
Deacon embraces Stu.
Good to see you.
Stu and Nick are in the doorway. Stu and Nick walk through the doorway. Deacon enters right of frame and zooms out.
Look at his face.
I saw them tear you to shreds.
Look, he looks like Seal.
They didn't kill me.
That looks cool.
Thank you.
Deacon, Nick, and Stu. Anton, Clifton, and the werewolves enter the frame through the doorway. Zoom into a medium shot of Deacon and Anton, Clifton, and the werewolf, and werewolf in the background.
Meet some of our friends.
You've sort of
Anton.
Bacon. Hi, Anton.
Anton.
I must have blacked out. And then I remember an ambulance.
We cut to Stu's interview. The police and the ambulance attend to him. He's convulsing on a stretcher. The police and the ambulance officer are beside him. And the policewoman running away from the camera in the foreground track into a medium shot of Stu convulsing on the stretcher. Stu climbs off the stretcher.
He's going into shock, O'Leary.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Etc.
O'Leary.
Yeah, coming. Okay, just calm down, mate.
Calm down. Grab his legs.
Yeah. Just hang on a sec.
Stu runs away.
Well, looks like rabies, doesn't it?
He runs away.
And I don't know how long after that it was, but I woke up and it was daytime.
A white flash, reenactment, fade in, long angle, a wide shot of trees. Pan around, dissolve, we fade in, and a close-up of Stu's feet. Stu is lying on the ground in black and white. It says, reenactment.
And I couldn't find my clothes.
We track to a close-up of a werewolf in the left edge of the frame in the foreground.
Those werewolf guys eventually found me, and they lent me some pants.
A long angle of Anton, Clifton, and the werewolves. Anton holds out pants. This is a black and white.
So yeah, those guys have been supporting me because I was quite confused.
The end of reenactment. Interior house night. The vampires bond with the werewolves. Stu says,
Yeah, these are the guys who turned me into a werewolf.
Did you knit your own jersey?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I knit.
It's is that the moon or?
Yes.
Hopefully we won't, you know.
the werewolf says, the werewolf compliments them.
Oh, this is a nice place.
Please don't lick anything or pee on anything.
Yes, etc.
We were worried at first, you know. We thought, oh, they're just going to urinate on everything. But they're actually really polite and pretty clean. There was obviously the werewolf smell, which permeated the entire house for the first half an hour. But we opened the windows and got rid of that.
The deacon and the werewolves toast and cheer. And we see Vladislav hanging out the window, and Clifton and the werewolf sitting on the couch. And Anton, in a voiceover, says,
when Stu first suggested the idea, I thought, no way, you know, walking into the vampire's den, that's ludicrous.
Back in the house, the vampires bond with the werewolves. Viago and Vladislav, Stu with his back to the camera. And the werewolf says, I'm not sure.
That's my hand.
And everybody cheers, etc.
But I thought, we'll give it a shot, you know. I'm the alpha male, so I made the call.
He says it again.
I'm the alpha male.
Yes.
So generally, all the other guys follow me.
They have a toast.
To Stu.
To
Stu.
Thanks, guys.
What have you done to your face?
Got attacked by some werewolves.
Oh, I met a werewolf. Seemed like a very nice person.
This is a medium close-up of Catherine. Viago and Catherine are being interviewed. They are seated. Catherine is 90 years old.
So, Catherine is a vampire now. Yeah, we decided to get together. We just thought, to hell with it, you know? What have we got to lose?
A medium close-up of Viago. He exits left the frame into a wide shot of Viago and Catherine through the windows. He walks to Catherine.
I was just sitting doing nothing, and he came floating in and over to me, and I recognized him. It was wonderful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
That's right. I bit you on the neck. Yeah.
They still seated out. They're seated, but we go back and see him biting her on the neck.
I don't mind being a vampire. I'm enjoying it.
We see them seated. We see them dancing. Viago says,
some people freak out a bit about the age difference. They think, what's this 96-year-old lady doing with a guy 4 times her age? And, you know, I don't care. They could...
They're dancing. There's a werewolf in the right foreground.
Doesn't make any difference.
No, they can call me Cradle Snatcher. Who cares? I decided to bite her, and we're going to be together forever.
A medium close-up of Catherine and Viago and Catherine.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Black. We fade into a close-up painting of Vladislav. We zoom in, and we see a shoe in the hallway.
Pauline and I are tentatively back together. But it's not long before you remember why you broke up in the first place.
Medium shot of Pauline and Vladislav fighting on the wall.
Shout, grunt.
They fight
etc.
on the wall. They fight on the wall some more. We pan to a close-up of the wall. We tilt down to see a shoe. We fade to black. And they call each other names.
Beast.
Asshole!
Blackout. Fade into a close-up of Jackie's husband writing in a notebook. Tilt up to a close-up of Jackie's husband. Jackie says,
Start in our bedroom. I need that totally boarded up or blacked out somehow. My husband is my familiar, so there's been a bit of a dynamic shift there. You could buy a bedazzler, so write that down. Because that's BED.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm who I'm really meant to be now. I love you.
I love you too.
Great. But I'm your master, okay?
Yeah.
Blackout. Anton says,
Yeah, these guys have to laugh at my jokes. Right, guys?
Yeah. That is a good one, man.
I always look around and make sure they're all laughing. Like, if I see one of them is not quite laughing, I'll go, hey, are you laughing? And then often I'll test you, eh? What were you laughing at? Clifton?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hey?
What are you laughing at now?
Just then?
Yeah, but what?
I don't know, because you
Oh, test failed. Test failed, yeah, eh? Eh? Laughing now. What are you laughing at now, though? What are you laughing at now, though?
Yeah, I don't know, because I felt uncomfort.
Oh, another failure. What are you laughing at, Stu?
Oh, I was laughing with the group.
Yep, that's good. That's good. Yeah, he's in. See? Yeah, just pay attention. Pay attention.
Yeah, really? I saw him.
blackout. Fade in to a close-up of Deacon, Vladislav and Viago out of focus in the background. And Deacon looks right at the camera and says,
You will not remember the last hour and a half of what you have just seen. You will forget the contents of this movie.
the end.
I won't forget.
Damn, that was
you
like
get a
an
medal.
amazing feat. Laura, that was so amazing.
That was intense.
So long.
That was basically like you had to make up your own stage directions.
All of those abbreviations, though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I felt like a twat. I'm sorry.
I mean, you also probably cut an hour off just by
you
skipping
cut-
around.
Yeah.
It would have been like
Thank you.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, good.
So thank you. That was very appreciated.
Yeah.
Yes. And that was long. I mean, this says you'll
was
not remember the last hour and a half of what you've just seen. I'm
It's
like,
an
well,
hour.
okay,
Like,
but
what
what do we do
about
about
the
the first
other?
hour and a half?
It's
What
an
about
hour
the
and
other
25
one?
minute movie.
Well, they
How?
definitely cut a lot of it. That's
They were
not,
like
you know.
like there was a lot of like documentary style. We're gonna flip to a second of this photograph and then a second
Yeah,
of this
exactly.
one, a
Yeah,
second
so
of this
when
one.
you describe it like drags it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man,
this one
I
they
mean-
even like described every little look and nuanced glance between a line. You know, it was like
It's a 230-page script.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
230
impressed.
pages. That's
Dang.
almost
I am
4 hours if we're
impressed that
talking. If it was the
yeah.
normal minute
Yeah,
per page
normal
thing.
runtime.
that's about what we were doing. Was about a minute per page. So Laura, thank you.
That was amazing.
Yay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Fucking champion.
Woo! That was awesome. Thank you. But man, all of your little New Zealand accents were my favorite. The vampire accent, everybody's accent. Diago, you killed me. Everybody. Deacon.
These were some good accents
I
tonight.
know. I was just sitting here so happy listening.
It was.
I cannot
good,
do
you
New
guys.
Zealand. I cannot do.
Yeah, I never felt like I had a long enough line to actually do an accent.
I love it because, well, I grew up with a lot of Aussies, but
Kiwis are Aussies with a smile. So it's like it's the same accent, but they all sound like they're doing this.
Mhm.
So it's very smiley accent. I don't know.
And
It's
I think it
fun.
kind
I
of
like
helps.
it.
It kind of helps if you use upspeak, which is when at the end of a
Yeah,
sentence
you pitch it up
just
a little
kinda
bit.
go up a little.
Well, that's particularly the what's his name who you were playing does that a
Reese
lot.
Darby?
Yeah, thank you, Reese Darby.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. And with your
Awesome, you guys.
you got a Rice Darby thing happening.
Awesome.
Oh my god, y'all! I beg your pardon.
It's like 3 in
Yeah,
the morning.
I feel like we're all exhausted today. This
yes.
is
Yeah.
this is that day. And it's okay, you guys.
Yeah, I gotta go die. Good night,
It was
guys.
fun
Yeah,
though. It was
I
a
do
good way to
also
end
have
off the
to go
day.
die. I have to go make dinner and die. But I love y'all. And it's wonderful to see you and play.
Good night. I'll see you
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.
Good night, all.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye bye, Winnie. Bye bye.
Well,